Yo, man, it's almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the social norm.
1, 2. You want top dollar and pop bottles and drop knowledge. Hit the throttle on nice autos without college. Do yourself a solid, put them boys on your screen. Wait, who do you mean? I mean canteen and beans. When the social norm is on, you better pay attention. They teach you lessons, make you laugh when you're stressing. Must I mention that the style is infectious? I gotta have it, I gotta have it. The rapid fire gabbing on my tablet. My boys established a gamut of information, from relations to dating to when your leader gets impatient. They're lacing the nation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:30. The Social Norm Podcast, you heard me?
It's the social norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the social norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the social norm.
And I'm
Yep. Yo. You already know what it is, man. We back at it again with another one. I'm your boy Canteen. This is my man Beans.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, it's the social norm. We talk to you fellas, make you open your mind a little bit so y'all can think, so y'all can be the best y'all can be. I'm stumbling and bumbling already today. Today is Friday. We got through the week, y'all. You know, the man was trying to grind us down, you know, hit us with the 1, 2, 3 punch. We ducked and dodged that mug. So we here now today. Now, today we got a banger for y'all. Today's episode, I know y'all seen the title, it's called Who Desires the Black Man More, Becky or Cynthia? Now, I had to come up with this because I came across some videos and it really had me wondering, is this real or is this fake? And what I want to get into, we're going to get into it in a minute, but let me go ahead and give y'all this disclaimer. This is me and Bean's personal opinion. This not factual. This not the end all be all. This not the who said it and why. This not your mama said it and I said it differently. This is just me and Bean's personal opinion on things. Y'all have y'all's, we have ours. We're going to respect them both. You feel me? Now, the reason I came up with this topic is because I came across some videos and I seen where a white woman was showing how to be a submissive woman to the black man, to the black king. And it was teaching black women this. And I said, wow, you know what? This is crazy. Like, this can't be true where a white woman teaching a black woman how to treat a black man. But then
I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
This was specific. I haven't seen the video yet.
That's what the video said.
Specifically meant to teach black women.
It said white. Well, I ain't gonna say it was specifically for black women. It was for women to learn how to teach to be towards their man, and the man she was with was a black man. So, and then I come across this other video where I see a black woman, and she's so in non-submissive mode to where she doesn't want to give nothing to her man. Now, I thought about this because there's a stigma out there in the world where the black woman is difficult. She doesn't want to conform or submit to her man. Whereas there's another stigma out there in the world where they say white women are submissive, catering, willing to go the extra mile for their man. So I wanted to ask the question, does the white woman desire the black man more than the black woman desire the black man? Because I just feel there's a stigma out there that is, I think we all can agree, we've heard that before, right?
That black women I've heard
that black women are difficult, that black
I've
women
heard
don't
it.
want to go ahead and submit to black men, but then that white women want to go the extra mile. We already got a first comment. What up? Some urban white women are not submissive. Okay, well, we'll see about that. We're going to get into that in a minute, but first we're going to go ahead and watch these 2 videos, and then we're going to get callers, and we're going to go ahead and read comments. All right, guys? So at first, we're going to go ahead and get Cynthia. She's up first, aka the black woman. Let's check it out. Oh, I gotta get some sound on here, y'all. Let's start this thing.
Of why I'm going to be single for the rest. This is probably reason number 500,000 of why I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. And I'm fine with that. I don't want to do anything for you. I don't want to cook for you. I don't want to clean for you. I don't want to be your secretary and set your appointments and chase you around and make you go because of your health. I don't want to pick up your socks for you. I don't want to be one of those people who comes on TikToks and makes funny videos about how you can't do anything for yourself and men do the darndest things and everybody's in the comments like, yeah, my husband does that too. My boyfriend does that too. Fuck that. I want to be with somebody who is an adult, a fully functioning adult. It's been proven time and time again that men are the ones who benefit from marriage and relationships because we get in them and we do everything and they just get to sit back and receive everything from us. And then as a treat, they might do something for our birthday or for Mother's Day. Men get to exist in relationships and just receive. Why can't we exist together? And if we do nice things for each other, it's just organic. It just happens. But it's not the expectation. It's not something I have to do because I'm the woman. When I come home after a long day, I don't want to cook either. I don't want to do shit either. Why can't we flip a coin to see who cooks or if we order food? And then whoever cooks, the other person cleans. Why can't you pick up after yourself? Why can't you set your own appointments? Why do I have to be your secretary? I'm not working for you. I have gotten so lazy. I'm not doing anything. And then there are men who will say, well, then what are you good for? What's the reason why someone should be with you? You're proving my point. You just want to be with somebody to do everything for you. I want to be with a fully functioning adult male who we can come together and exist together, do fun stuff together. We take turns, we pull our own weight. And that seems to be unreasonable. That's asking someone to be an adult is unreasonable. I don't even want a cat. I don't even want a pet. I have a plant. I'll be a plant lady. I will be happy. I will not take care of a grown person. I won't.
All right. So,
all right.
You got that. That was. Go.
Are we going to watch both then?
Let me ask you this. Do you want to watch both or do you want to comment on this right now?
I'm going to comment on this. This one sounds like, it doesn't sound like she don't want to do nothing. It sound in the beginning it does.
Okay.
It sounds like she was with somebody. She did everything for her. And it just didn't work out.
And she didn't feel like he appreciated her?
Yes, that's what this sounds like. Because at the end, she said, why can't we do things for each other? She wants a real partnership. That's what she wants.
Well, then she also said, I don't want to do anything for you. Now, I think that might have came off strong in the beginning, like you said.
Yeah.
And then she said, well, I want a man that can,
Yeah, that's why I feel like she was venting. I don't want to do anything for you. That was for whoever that was. She did all that stuff.
So you think that's from past relationships?
That's from past relationships.
But this is the thing, though.
Setting your own
if you go into what you new relationships off of things that happened in the past, how are you supposed to give them a free slate?
It's going to ruin it.
All right.
It is going to ruin it.
Now, we're going to go to the other side of the coin. And like I said, I'm just asking the question. I don't know if this is real. I don't know if this is cap. I don't know what this is. But when I seen it, I said, I got to share it with y'all. All right. Let's go to Becky. And y'all tell me, is it cap? Is it real? Is it? All right, let's go.
Hey, submissive ladies, it's almost 9 o'clock. That means it's time for my bedtime. Just wanted to come on here and show y'all how to properly go to bed as a submissive woman. Of course, first, I gotta call daddy and get permission to go to bed. Everything you do gets ran by your man. That's the way.
Hold up. Before we even go any further, I just want to zoom in. I just want to zoom in on Beans' face. Cause you mad smiling like this.
Go ahead. I don't know. I'm gonna save all my comments to the end.
All right.
I'm not
My
saying
bad,
that.
y'all. My bad. I had to just. I'm just looking at you, and I'm like, this moment. He's like, oh my god, this is shit.
To properly treat your king.
I told you about cut off me while the game on.
Yes, sir. I apologize. I was just trying to get permission to go to bed, sir.
I thought I told you to be in the bed myself.
Yes, sir. But with all due respect, on the weekends you said I could stay up till 9.
Yeah, it is a Friday. All right, good then. You go on and get in bed to make sure you got the phone in the bed by you. Shit, put it by your head, turn the volume up. If you got to use the bathroom, shit, wait until I call you in the morning. I'm probably going to call around probably about 9:30. So you don't need to be drinking no water or nothing. And use the bathroom. Don't need you getting out of bed. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. I understand, Daddy.
All right, well, you can go on and get in bed.
Bro say, I don't want you drinking nothing. And
Now,
Oh man.
there's more. There's more. Your initial reaction. I want to know what your initial reaction is.
First of all,
Talk to me. Talk to me.
this is hard to believe. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Is it hard to believe?
It is hard to believe. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And my thing is that you really expect, forget black women, you really expect women to do this? I don't believe that.
Somebody said she looked like an alien. Wow.
I'm sorry. I can't. That's why
I
I'm
can't
laughing.
believe this. Also, she may not be submissive woman. She might be an actual submissive or be.
Yeah, be out.
Yeah,
I was thinking
she might be.
BDSM.
But I'm just saying, let's continue. We're gonna talk about it in a minute,
I
y'all.
was thinking that too.
Let's continue.
getting up out of bed. I don't know. Alone tonight. But anyway.
Yes, sir. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life.
It's good.
Good night.
Now I don't know if y'all can tell, but this girl got pillow sheets and cover of her dude.
Okay.
You got pictures of the dude on the.
Well, y'all heard, Daddy. It's time for bed. Good night.
You ain't gonna show the buns or nothing. You just gonna hop in bed with the dude on the comforter, custom made.
Clark, that means it's time for my scheduled snack. So I figured I'd come on here and give you another lesson on becoming a perfect submissive woman for your king. First, I'm going to get all my options together, and then we're going to give Daddy a call to see what he chooses for me to have.
I'm gonna cut this volume down because this is too loud to me.
Okay, pause it for a second.
What up? What up?
I when you told me about this video,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand by what I said. This would get on my nerves. You gotta
Why?
call me to eat a damn sandwich? Eat. Why is you
Okay.
calling me?
Okay. I will say this. I'm right there with you. I don't want everything you ever do to ask me for permission.
I really think this is a BDSM chick.
Okay,
I
but-
don't really think.
But what I'm saying is this: those are two extremes. There's one side where, can I breathe, Daddy? Like, can I breathe? And you like, bitch, breathe, or you're gonna die. Or there's the other one, like, hey, don't ask me nothing. I ain't doing shit for you. I'm saying that's the stigma that we get. I feel like out in the social media land where there's black women don't do nothing for black men. They difficult.
And that's not
and
true.
White women are submissive and and I'm telling you right now, I personally believe they're gonna give you hell on both sides. It's how you are as a man, if you can handle your woman or not handle her. How you deal with your woman. I ain't gonna say handle her because I don't want to. You don't need to handle anybody. You should know how to deal with whatever stresses come with a person.
This is definitely not just a woman
Now
doing this.
we're gonna end it with her because she kind of annoying and I don't like hearing all that noise in the background. So we're gonna go ahead. If anybody wants to call into the show and give us they opinion, you can call in. But first, I need y'all to hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss none of our videos. All right, go ahead and do that right now. Stop playing with it. And if you want to go ahead and call into the show, you know the number, man, 716-218-9317. You can call in. And this time, I'm pretty sure I got it fixed. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me like 10 seconds before y'all call in. Because I got this shit together
Okay,
now.
I'm gonna comment on the black woman because
Okay.
like I said, we were talking to somebody today about this, and I realized that people's ideas of marriages and relationships are totally different. Like she said, doing the checkbook and setting the appointments and stuff like that. Now, the person I talked to today said the same thing about doing the checkbook and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, that's not, I said, my parents never did that. Like, if my father needed to pay bills and handle the checkbook, he did it. Okay. If he needed my mother to do it, he would ask her to do it. It wasn't a you handle, I get the money, you handle the checkbook type deal.
Okay. But like last episode, when we watched that one girl where she was a gargoyle, let's be real about it. She was saying what she was gonna need a man to do, and it was damn near everything.
Yeah.
And I'm saying some part of it is delusional, where we as people, especially in the black community, it's called give and take. But the woman is the helper to the man. She has to be willing to help that man in any need he needs her to help him in.
And when I realized too today, I hear what you're saying. When women hear submissive, I told this female this, they hear like slavery, and she used words slavery and masculine and all this other stuff. I said that's not what we mean. We just pretty much mean help us out, play your part.
What I want to know is
ours.
Why do, and I think it does have something to do with our history in slavery. Why does the black woman hate to hear the word submit? What is about being submissive, submitting so outrageous to you? What is that? Why is it such a triggering word when you're talking about your significant other, which is a black man? He is your counterpart. Why do you have so much envy or hatred when you hear that? When I ask on Facebook, we want a submissive woman. We want a woman to submit to us. Why do you get mad? Why does that frustrate you? I want to know. Call in 716-218-9317. Let us know what it is.
And I do think, like you said earlier, it has to do with a lot of.
Let's check out some of these comments.
Okay.
I have never met a white woman that did this in life.
Exactly. That's what I said. I don't believe this.
I mean, I've heard white women be like daddy and that, that I don't know. I think it also depends on what type of man you are, Danny. Yeah. You know what I mean? Go shout out to my man, Danny. Go hit him up on YouTube. He got a little channel himself too.
Danny's Dimensions.
Yeah, check him out. But it's all about how you come at that woman.
And real talk, who wouldn't want that? Any man or woman who would want somebody to cater to you like that? Minus all.
I don't think a woman
minus all the calling.
Okay, let me be honest with you. I don't believe there's, as much as women say I want to be treated like a queen, I don't think. See, like that woman was treating that man like a real king. Whatever, she needed permission to do anything, right? Because I'm thinking if I was back in medieval times or whatever, when they had kings and queens, that's pretty much probably what they had to do. Ask the king for permission to do stuff. Like, think about this, y'all. When the queen wanted to leave court, or anybody wanted to leave court, what they had to do? They had to ask the king for permission. Sire, can I leave? I'm about to go up out of here. I got something else to do. Yeah, go ahead. Get out of here. So
James said, I don't want my woman that submissive.
Okay.
Like I said, that would get annoying.
That's too much.
That's too much. Exactly.
I personally feel like, who we got right here? Let's see what it say. Hold up. This is fake. That kitchen alone unworthy of such treatment. Hey, I personally think she capping.
I do too.
I think she's trying to get views, and I think she's trying to make women mad or men mad, men happy or whatever case may be. And do I think she's partly like that? Yes. Do I think she's extremely like that? No, I don't think she's like that 24/7.
She's giving that man hell. I don't care what nobody say.
But I do. Okay, speaking from I am a man who has been with black women and been with white women. Okay. Have you been with white women?
No.
Okay. So you only been with black women.
Yes.
For the most part. So okay.
For the most part.
So
yeah.
I guess I'm the only one that can really speak on it on our panel right here. That there is a difference. There is a difference on how I personally feel like I deal with white women versus how I deal with black women.
Well, there are you do have
and how I'm treated.
Monster, you do have to deal with them differently. You can say things to one that you can't say to the other.
Okay, like what?
Like I'm gonna give you culturally, excuse my language, I'm gonna say it. Like if you call a black woman a cunt, that's not going to try. I'm sorry, y'all. That's not going to trigger her because that's not something black people normally
listen to or
say or things like that. You call her a B word, then get ready for a fight.
Okay,
you know what I mean.
It's the same way where
I'm sorry.
It's the same way where I guess calling a black person nigga, nobody trips on it. Calling him a monkey, everybody get mad.
Back on that.
I'm saying I'm just trying to explain the cultural difference on different words.
Yes, you have to. You can't just.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You can tell a black woman to shut up, but you in for a fight. You know what I mean? You can't just.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
What up, Brandon? Shout out, Brandon. He in the building.
I was gonna say something else. Lost my train of thought there.
I really want somebody to call in because I want to get their true opinion on this. Do they think it's a stigma of just trying to perpetuate white as right and black as bad?
I do think that's what I was going to say. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't mean to cut you off, but this is what I was going to say.
Did, though.
I did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, can this white lady, would they receive it from this white lady? Like, that's the thing. Can someone not from our culture tell us how to be towards each other?
Well, I think to tell some I think that was just for the video to get views.
Yes.
The fact a white woman telling a black woman how to treat black men, I think that's going to just get views off rip because
that's it. But who would listen to
what black woman wants to be told by a white woman
that's what
how to do anything.
That's what I mean.
So
because she had the blankets.
Wait a minute. My ex got a blanket of me.
I mean, I would have been like, "What are you?"
I bought it for her, but
see, that's the deal.
I'm just saying. So the stigma that black women are not willing to cater, I do believe it is wrong. I do think there's some stereotypes that are true. I think there are black women who really are so masculine that they don't try to cater to men and they struggle with being with men. I think you know who you are when you are and this is the thing we talked about earlier when we was chilling with each other. I believe the women who are givers,
yes,
you see them being with men. And I'm talking about any color, white or black. Mm-hmm. Women who are givers, women who are willing to help men, help their and I'm telling you, it ain't even just that they help their man. They are natural givers at heart to help any man.
Natural nurturers.
Nurturers, yes. So they're just givers. I mean, like we have one lady, and I noticed this at work where she was married and she was like, "Oh, you want a cup of coffee?" And most of the time, he's like, "Yeah, let's get a cup of coffee." They'll be like, "Oh, this is here. Here's the cup. Go ahead." Like most of the time, you could tell like when they're not true givers, they'll say, "Oh, make your own coffee.
It's in the corner." Your thing.
She's like, She's like, "I'll make it for you. What do you want? Hot, cold?" She just did it, and I was just like, "Wow!" I noticed that was different for me for her to cater, and I said, "She's married. And sure enough, she was.
Mhm.
Then fast forward today, you had somebody that you had a conversation with. They brought you something.
Yeah.
That didn't have to do that. They brought it for you because they remember you were talking about that and they tried to.
Yes, they did.
She's married. I'm saying both of them were white. But I also know from the black women that I've dealt with who are married, who are givers, they've been there. Hey, I made you a plate of food.
Mhm.
Hey,
That's
they
happened to me too.
do the same thing. So I'm saying it's not a black or white are you a giver?
All right, yes.
Ladies.
That's what it comes down to.
Yes, and you'll know
because the first black lady, she was a giver, and then
someone took advantage of it.
Somebody took advantage of it, and then she's just tired of it.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
So I think the stigmas are not true. I think there's white women out there who aren't givers, and they struggle with getting a man, because I think what women have to remember is men, as much as we want to please women and do right by women, we want to be pleased and we don't want to be taken advantage of. And true givers get way more in return.
That's true.
So I'm saying, ask yourself, if you struggle with being with men, are you a true giver? What I mean is, are you giving because you give to somebody who you want something from, but also you give, and that's it? Or do you give to men who you don't want anything from? See, the women who gave me that cup of coffee or bought you or got you that thing, they don't want nothing from us. That's just, it makes them happy to give. So I was like, damn, like, that's it. That's the whole, like, so we make this fake, oh, white women do this. You wonder why when you see successful black men and they perpetrate white women being the majority, wives of successful black men, and they say, oh, they came up and now they get a white woman. Well, I think truly that has something to do with who they're around. I think those white women are in position to be around men who have money. Yeah, they put themselves in that position, and then put their claws in them, be givers, and then they get wifed up. But I think the same thing, if there was black women around there that was being givers, I think they would still they could find them a successful man. What we got here? Let's check it out. Well, have you looked at the other side of why submit to someone not worth submitting to?
Why are you with that person?
Exactly. Why are you dealing with somebody if you're not willing to submit to them? You shouldn't be with them anyway.
If
they're not worthy.
If the man is not going to play his part, then just cut it. That's it.
That's it. It's simple. But you don't want to do that because
we don't do it. Why we don't do it as a society, I have no idea.
You know why? Because we'd rather be with somebody than be with nobody. Yeah. That's what that is. Because I mean, I don't feel you should go into a relationship as if you're a woman and being like, well, he's got to prove to me some. Just be you. If you're a giver, be a giver.
Yeah.
But you're not. But I do feel like as a whole, there are more givers in older generation of women than the new modern women.
And I told you we had this conversation yesterday at work, and my parents celebrated 48 years of marriage, right? And I asked her a question, and I asked this lady at work, and this lady never met my mother. She's from Africa, and I asked them the same question about why doesn't relationship work? Why don't marriages work anymore? And they both said the same thing. Because nowadays people they're not committed to the person. They're not valuing the person.
Yeah.
They value the person's either looks or their money or their resources.
Yeah.
And then when those things change, they realize they really don't want to be with that person.
But doesn't it just sound like a leech?
It does.
That's literally what a leech is. They literally consume you until you are not worthy of, like, not useful to them no more, and then they move on to.
And that's the thing between my mother, the lady I asked yesterday, the lady that made you a cup of coffee, and the lady that gave me the thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're all older from that. They're all from
that generation,
that kind of generation.
Of you started with nothing and you work your way up. So many women have changed their philosophy of being with a man to where back then women would get with a man and he had $300 in his pocket.
That was literally my father.
And he'd have nothing else to his name. And she would get with him and she said, I want to be with him because he has nothing. I want to be with him because he's him. Yes. Not because of what he has or whatever. Yeah. She sees the potential of inside this man. Of he's a good person. He's got morals. He's good to me, whatever. And we're going to rock this out. We're going to ride or die together. Them a true ride or die.
And my mom kept real. She said, if I was going to marry your father for money, I would have never married him. But that's not why I married this man.
Now, tell me the trick that you said before about what you should do to find out if this woman is really for you or not.
Okay, so this other lady told me this. She said, when her son wants to get married, she said, somebody call him. Hold on. I'll let you.
Okay, let me get this real quick. All right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Call from
Shonda.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello.
Hi. I wanted to comment on the whole black man being successful in marrying a white woman thing.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Well, first of all,
hold up.
In the comments, can y'all hear her?
Can y'all hear her? Please let us know in the comments. Well, I'm here right now. Wait a minute. We're going to hear this. Yep, we can hear it. Okay, cool. I can hear it.
Okay, so I'll give a prime example. Kim and Kanye. I know for me, everybody says, oh, this is the new Kanye. This is the new Kanye. Of course, we all love Kanye. We all love college dropout Kanye. So, of course, he's rapping, oh, when she get on, she going to leave your ass for a white girl. He going to leave your ass for a white girl. But what do? Kanye, you get on, you neglect all these black women and get a white girl, right?
Yeah.
Mind you, you grew up, you're from the south side of Chicago, so you grew up around nothing but black women. So
True.
You've never seen this. You've only seen beautiful brown women. So in my mind, and some people comment and say, oh, Kim and Kanye, they were always in love. So he falls in love with a woman that doesn't even have like a fraction of his intelligence. And yes, I am coming for her because Kanye didn't marry just a white woman. He married a Kardashian brand. So he married this brand.
Mm-hmm.
So mind you, as a black woman, of course, Go
ahead.
So I fell in love with Kanye as an artist, college dropout Kanye, the real Kanye that I can relate to. So something shifted in him. He feels like, oh, I've married this white woman. I'm successful. So this is my trophy. I'm going to have these mixed babies that are beautiful. And this was said in one of his interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed babies that are beautiful. So if you were to marry a brown woman and have a brown baby, does that make the brown baby less beautiful? So yes, as a black woman, it pisses me off because and to me, that's saying that your mother is ugly. All the women you went to elementary school with, they're ugly.
Okay.
You came from the bottom. So it's not like you were privileged to do this. Like you grew up seeing this.
Okay.
So it pisses me off as a black woman when black men marry white women and they become successful. Yes, it does.
Somebody in the comments said, ain't she Armenian?
What she ain't black. She ain't me. She don't have no melanin in her skin. I don't want to call her B-word, but
is this Shonda?
She's white.
Yeah.
Shonda, first of all, I agree with you. I always say the Kardashians are domestic terrorists.
He hates the
I'm
Kim
not
Kardashian.
a fan
I'm gonna say
at all.
Okay, I'm gonna say this.
What do you do? You're not y'all show is number one, but it has no sustenance. What are you bringing?
Okay,
They destroy.
Let me say this. Before Kanye West, and I'm with y'all. I didn't like that he got with Kim Kardashian in the first place. But before Kanye West got with Kim Kardashian, I believe he was damn near bankrupt. Now Kanye is a billionaire. So I'm just saying, financially, that was a move.
It was a power move.
It was a power chess move he had to make to where now, and not for nothing, let's just be what you just said. Kim Kardashian is a brand. Are we not, when we get with somebody to have children, to move the legacy onto something bigger? Why would I not want my kids to be part of one of the biggest brand of American culture? I'm just saying, no one else has had kids with Kim Kardashian. Kanye West had kids with Kim Kardashian, and Kim Kardashian, and only Kim Kardashian. So I'm saying is, all his kids are from one woman. She's made him a billionaire. His kids could be quadrillionaires at some point if you want to be technical about it. Now I do agree, in the black community, yes. Do we say we want our own to be with our own, to where we're like, well, Kanye, you know me, you came from college dropout to we loved you, we wanted you to see, to black excellence, but is he not kind of black excellence too? Like, what form of black excellence are we willing to accept?
And I'm not willing to accept that. And he jumped on stage to defend Taylor Swift, a white girl. You go to bat for her, but you don't go to bat for all of these other brown women who get looked over all the time at award shows.
Wait a minute, I could have sworn he interrupted Taylor Swift, and he went to go to bat for. He went to go to. That's true. He went to go to bat for Beyonce.
Yeah,
a black woman.
That's true.
So I'm saying I've never heard him say anything negative about black women. I just think there's that stigma that black women don't like to see black men with someone else that don't look like them, because it makes them feel inferior.
And does it also stem from, okay, hey, this white girl is my prize because I got to sleep with Master's daughter?
I mean, it do. Yeah, I do think it does stem from that.
So Kanye is now Kevin Federline now. No, he isn't. Kevin Federline had no talent.
Here goes the thing. The Kardashians do destroy black men.
Okay.
I will say that to the ends of the earth because I think it's true. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm going to say you're right in the sense. This is my thing. I don't think it's that Kardashians destroy black men.
Yeah,
I think the Kardashian women destroy men.
Well, that's true.
Just in general, every man has gone. But what woman of power doesn't eat up and spit out men? I'm just asking.
Oprah.
Where the hell you seen? When the last time you seen Stedman? Stedman
in his house.
Yeah, where she told him she probably got him in chains right now.
Listen, she a billionaire. She can look at me right up. Beans going out. I'm like, all right, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see y'all
that's
later.
that power. That pussy got power.
All right, y'all.
It says so. Kanye is not okay. You already said that one. I mean, I feel that we as a people got to understand that as we move further and we start making money, there's going to be all type of forms of black people being successful. And yeah, do we want to see the Michelle and Barack Obamas? We do.
The LeBron and Savannah, shout out to LeBron James and Savannah. I just love them.
Yeah, but wasn't he was with her when he had nothing though, right?
Yes.
No, he didn't. Stop.
I think isn't that his high school girl?
Stop. Kanye. I mean, LeBron
girlfriend.
James had $100 million Nike contract coming out of high school. He had something. I'm not saying that she wasn't with him when he wasn't, the mega super, but he was already that man. Dude, he was already that dude. Now, I give him applaud that he stuck with her through his, growing and being more famous and legendary. But to say she didn't see the potential, come on now. He was dunking at like 11.
I did see that documentary.
All right,
all right, you're right.
So
right, how about Denzel Washington's wife? We'll use that example.
Okay, I give you that because Denzel took a good little minute before he, and so did Morgan Freeman. All right, so Morgan Freeman probably a bad example.
First of all, Morgan Freeman been old.
Because Morgan Freeman, he was with his wife, and then once he blew up, they was together for a minute, but then they finally did get divorced.
Yeah,
I don't think
he what is his like little cousin or something like that. It's like he was doing some weird stuff. He a bad example. Don't
he has a legendary voice, and you. Morgan he can talk himself out of any. He don't even have to have a lawyer. He
not Crazy Joe.
Yeah. So I mean, so do you believe there is a stigma? Do you think that black men, with black women, there's a stigma where black women will be put out there as difficult, not willing to submit, not willing to cater to their man, versus the stigma that white women are more appealing, more pleasing and submissive? Or do you think go ahead.
I think that black women, we were just born strong and we weren't built to break. So we're not going to stand for anything. You're not going to run over us. Of course, we're going to give respect when it's given and love our man and cater to our man. But at the same time, because we've experienced the struggle with you.
And here go the thing. You just said y'all not built to break, and I agree. We not trying to break y'all. We just trying to love y'all. That's it.
But they feel like we gonna try to break. I think they feel like if you give in any, like maybe and this is what I think. I think in the past, whoever they were with before, they gave in. They were submissive, and that person did them wrong. So then now they're at a point where they're like, I ain't giving in nothing.
The extreme.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I thought about the first video. You know what I mean? I totally get it though. You just don't want to be hurt again. I get that.
Yeah.
So
it's just from a lot of dudes just taking advantage too.
This is somebody told me this, and this is what I really believe. They say the white woman, she will cater to you more. She will give you whatever you want, be appealing and all that. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty and shit hits the fan, she is wearing a wire on your ass. She gonna snitch. She gonna be like, Your Honor, it was him. Versus a black woman is she gonna give you hell. She gonna be difficult. She not gonna want to just give in on things. But then when you come to the house and you say, hey, go hide this. I need you to go hide this gun. Or I need you, are we running from whatever it is, she gonna be your alibi and be like, yeah, he was with me.
Yeah.
So she's with you through the tough times.
Absolutely.
Hence the ride or die.
Yeah. And you gotta just be willing to deal with the struggle of what she is in totality.
And that's the thing. Why do we
have to be
that way?
I don't think we know. I don't think
you know what I mean.
They've seen it.
We on the same team. I'm not that man that hurt you. I'm that man that's trying to build you up.
Is it hard? It's hard to disconnect.
I know it is.
Because the first thing is we see. As much as people try to say we're not prone to discrimination or anything, it is. We all are. Because when you see somebody, whether they're beautiful, ugly, fat, fit, tall, short, tattoos, no tattoo, piercing, we all judge them based on how they look. So when you see somebody who looks like somebody who hurt you in the past, you sometimes correlate both of them together and say, okay, this person gonna be trying to hurt me too. I'm not gonna let this happen.
I do believe that. I know this person I know, she wanted to be with this man and they had a kid and it ended up not working out. So she moved on, got married with somebody else, and they had kids too. But as time went on, we realized that she treated this one kid like real bad, like always gave him attitude.
Yeah.
And then finally, as the years went on, she finally admitted, you know why? Because every time I see her, I think of that man. And we're like, well, that's not her fault.
You know what? That's that same mentality to where your mama be like, ugh, get away from me. You look like your daddy.
Yeah.
Y'all do that because I don't have my mama say that to me before. And I say, what are you talking about?
You ain't did nothing.
He did nothing, but just look like your daddy.
You look just like your father. Get out of here.
She mad at him, and that's what it is.
I've heard that too.
So when I say y'all, we look for what we, for protection of what we used to, you know what I mean? Where you saw somebody who hurt you, you're like, I ain't gonna mess with that no more. It's the same way. And then maybe that man who got successful, he might have got hurt by a woman and said, you know what, I ain't messing with that no more. I'm gonna go over here. So that could be one of the reasons.
But a lot of black men lose their way sometimes, and that's okay. And I just want to say it's always okay to come home because black women, we're always here, and you can always come home.
And that is a beautiful thing about y'all.
All right. We appreciate you calling in.
All right. Y'all take it easy.
All right. Deuces. All right. Next caller. There we go. What did you drop?
I'm sorry.
Golly. It's hard to get good help out here, y'all. I'm sorry. Hey, if you want to call into the show, man, 716-218-9317. I don't do links no more. You want to call in, you can call in and talk to us. Tell us what you want to talk about.
Unless he in Baghdad right now or wherever.
Yeah, I mean, are you out of town? I know you always running in the military.
Afghanistan.
He served our country. Appreciate you. Just what do you say?
That's when he said where the link.
Boo. He said he want the link. You want me to put the link in?
Let him in, man. He won the first one.
Fine. All right, you one of the originals. Let me get you.
One of the OGs. Let him in.
Give me a second. I'm gonna get you in there. So if you guys want to go ahead and get on the show, hit the link. You know what it is. It's in the comment section right now. I just dropped it.
All right, there you go.
Click the link. Go ahead and do what you gotta do. Put your name in, everything like that. And you can get on the show live stream. But
like I said, why does it have to be like that? Why do we have to go through hell?
I think it's like anything.
It's
like if you to go through suffering to get to the other side.
I mean, it does build they do say, I had an instructor that we called it learning through pain. Like he put us through hell to bond us together.
Yeah.
And it worked. It did. But in a marriage and stuff like that, it's supposed to be me, you against the world. And sometimes it does feel like
it's me
versus you.
It's me against the world and you.
Yeah.
But that's where I think the older generation knew, regardless of how much we bickered and fought and did it, you were never going to leave me.
Yeah.
And I can say this for a fact. Shout out to my man Jimmy in the building. What up, baby? Oh, we got my man. Here we go. Hold up. Let me get you straight up. There he is. What up, man?
What's happening?
He said that guy. What up, B? How you been?
Chilling, man.
All right, you at the crib. What you got to tell us about on the subject?
Well, obviously, don't agree with a lot of you, don't say, but that's merely me just being me. But
chose violence today. Go ahead, man.
Let's talk about. So, let me get the perspective of.
You want me to go ahead? Go ahead.
What level of submissiveness are y'all like? What is that balance that we're trying to see?
Well, I mean, I guess I feel like you want me to say specifically for me or just in general?
Like, because you give you're giving examples of extremes, but
what I'm asking is the stigma. Is it true? Is it where white women are more submissive, more willing to cater to the black man, more willing to appeal to the black man, or is it all cap? Or is the stigma of where the black woman is difficult? She doesn't want to appeal. She doesn't want to give in to what she wants.
Well, then you got to
To the
think about
man.
where do these stigmas come from? They come from, culture and history over time developing and just spreading around. Now you got to think that in the past, when we talk about women being super submissive, not doing anything or catering to the man, there's also a time where we didn't have the communication capabilities and the technology that we had for information to go out. So when you talk about that, you're also talking about, well, a woman could be in Montana their whole life and not know anything past cater to your man.
That is true. So
that's why I say everybody's background isn't the same.
And that's true. I think in different areas you see different type of women. I think also social media is about getting views, it's about getting attention.
Yes.
So what gets more attention than the stigma of what we've always been told? The angry black woman, the good white woman, the woman who, all these things that we know are stereotypes are going to get more views from people.
And it's sad that people are actually believing it.
Right.
Like that was super cap. Like that chick would
in that aspect. That's what has to be combated by, not necessarily open, well, definitely open-minded, but more conscientious people who understand that this bullshit on the internet,
but that's the thing,
is true. It's not true.
And I think a lot of men and females watch what they see on the internet and believe this stuff, and then they perpetuate it to where when a black man meets the black woman, he's already thinking these things. And when a black woman meets the black man, she's already thinking these things.
Well, first of all, the word is perpetuate.
There you go. Well, good job. You corrected me.
I know what you mean.
I don't care. See, he's that guy. That's why he's that guy. He's the guy that tries to.
Well, before we move forward, the word is perpetuate.
Yeah.
Anywho,
go ahead.
Another thing we also got to think about is when we say this generation of women act this way, let's think about, well, who raised them? Because it wasn't our generation that raised the women that we don't like.
Okay. Yeah.
So you also have to think about what lessons were they learning from the previous generation who we keep on lauding as, this generation that did things right in this sense.
Well, let me
Where
say
was that disconnect?
I do believe that the older generation were not privy to certain information that we are privy to now, which is social media, which is more information. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. So the less they knew, the more they only could go off of what they did know. And the more you get pushed all these different types of way of living and things like that on the internet you watch, it makes you kind of jumble to be maybe less than what you should be, I guess.
Wait, so you're saying, by that logic, you're saying that more information, that a person gaining more information is a bad thing?
It can be, especially if it's the wrong information.
There you go.
You might be getting wrong information.
Wrong information.
You might,
because if you look online, if you're constantly hearing, I don't need no man, niggas ain't shit. It's going to sink in sooner.
It's just like
later.
a song. You remember that song? This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A. They played that song so fucking much that you knew the song without even liking the song. So what I'm saying is sometimes they can push something onto us so much that you just, you in it. You know it is you without even you wanting it to be.
Right. But then you have to push those people or those people that are getting only that information to push out and to try to get different sources of information.
Well, that's what we're doing with the show. We're trying to understand through other people, is this how it really is, or is this just cap? Is this not how people really are. I don't believe it is that way. I can say for a fact, for how I live my life, I've seen women in all colors, white and black, who want to be givers to men, and then I've seen women who literally are just takers. They're leeches. They just want to consume as much as they consume from that person and move on to the next person.
Then the question isn't is this cap or not? It's more of, is this the way we are going as a generation?
Definitely. I think so.
I don't.
Oh yeah. Oh, we definitely are. It's already been shown. Look at the statistics of of marriage. I mean, most marriages are not lasting, and most people are not getting married.
Yeah. We literally had this conversation.
We're flipping, from being stable married couples going through whatever trials and tribulations to now people are being more independent towards each other and just being with somebody for a period of time, hopping off, going to the next person.
Why? So, and then why is that a bad thing?
Why is it a bad thing? Why? I'm not saying. Why is it a bad thing?
Because you're bringing up the statistics of marriage versus single independence as a bad thing. Why is it a bad thing?
I think it's a bad thing because if you are only getting with somebody when it's a good time and you're not trying to go through hard times with that person, you're not truly growing as a person in yourself. If you just get with people when they're good and then leave, and then when it gets bad, you leave and go to the next thing, and then good, you're just hopping to good to that. It's that same sense of instant gratification. We want to feel good right now. We don't want to go through any struggle. We don't want to go through any pain or heartache to get to what real happiness is.
And that's not realistic.
But that's also making a very general assumption about why every marriage or why those marriages end in divorce. It could be a multitude of factors that happen.
I'm just saying, back in the old days, motherfuckers still was cheating. Motherfucker was still having kids out of wedlock. Motherfucker was doing all these things. Guess what happened? They still stayed together. And over time, I'm not saying every case, but I do feel time heals a lot of things.
So time heals abuse.
It can.
Time
heals everything.
Right. But you're saying that somebody staying with their abuser, no matter what, is a good thing to you.
No, I didn't say that.
So, I said that you're saying that no matter back in the old days.
How you gonna ask a question then I can't answer it?
Okay, answer it. Because that is what I'm interpreting from you.
I think you're trying to say back in the old days they were more willing to stick it out despite the hard times that they faced.
And they might have been able to stick it out because that was their best option. And I understand there's more options to us now, to where people just say, well, I ain't got to deal with this, and they dip. But I'm saying from staying with somebody and trying to, because you got to realize when you are married, right, that is an oath you are taking through thick and thin, through sickness and health, through whatever else term, I don't know what all shit y'all say, but it's literally saying I'm going to be with this person through the good times and the bad times. That's what it says.
Till death do us part.
Till death do us part.
Till the end.
Let's stop having marriage altogether, or take the oath and live it.
Or be honest enough to be like,
respectfully, women today aren't our grandmothers. We make our own money. We don't have the tolerant papa. Being a Rolling Stone, we can afford to leave. But okay, you say you can afford to leave, but then you have multiple kids by different men, and no, because if you keep eventually, I'm sorry to say this, but if you're a woman and you be with men your whole life, off and on different men, you're gonna eventually have kids. Most women have kids. There's more women that have kids than don't have kids. That's not an assumption. That's a fact.
Bring it up. Where's the fact? Where can I find the statistic that more women have kids than don't?
You can go look that up on
No, you brought it up.
That is a fact. There's more
All
women
right, where
who
is
go
this
have
fact all the
kids.
time?
There's okay. Ready, watch this. That's why they have 13. No, they have 100 and I lied. Let me get the stat right. 13 million single mothers, or is it 150 million single mothers? One or the other is there's triple the amount of single mothers there are than single fathers. Okay, there's a reason. There's women have kids, dude. I don't know.
Wait,
all right,
hold up. So hold up. That don't sound right, because if you're saying there are that many single mothers, by that point, there are also single fathers.
No, what I'm saying is there's more single fathers where the father actually he raises the kid by himself. And there's 4 times more women who raise kids by themselves. That means they're having multiple kids.
So you're talking about, in this sense, primary parents.
There's more single mothers than single fathers. That means that could be one man who had 5 women have a kid. There's more single mothers than single fathers. I don't. Give me a second. Many women leave and marry the right man and live happily ever after.
That's true.
Oh yeah, try again, I guess.
I can't dispute that.
I mean, I'm not gonna wait a minute. No, that's not. No, I'm gonna say that's wrong. They show statistically that more people who get a divorce the first time and they marry again, they have a less chance of staying married, and they have a higher rate of divorce again. And then, but the more they get divorced, the more times they have a higher chance of not staying with the person they're married to. So there's more women who get divorced and then get married again, and then they get divorced again. Then there's women who get divorced and stay married with the second person.
Oh, okay.
So
they're more prone for divorce.
They're more prone for divorce because they already are in that stigma of, I don't need to deal with any bad shit. I'm going to move on and go to something else. Or they just might not just be married material. I don't know.
I would say prove it, but at this point,
I will say this. That is true in our line of work. We know a lot of people who have been married 3 and 4 and 5 times.
See, that guy wants you. He wants you to literally everything you say. You got to like literally fact check.
No, because you're saying statistics. That means there
are real statistics.
I've looked at facts to what you are saying.
Yes,
not generalizations.
There is facts to
Where
what I'm
is it?
saying.
You are bringing up these statistics.
Okay, well there. While we're talking, I'll try to look some up for you so you can.
No, you're saying look something up, but you are stating them like you know them already.
I've already looked them up, but I don't know exactly where I found them at the time I looked them up.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, and I said I'm going to look them up for you. Is that fair?
So, that's fair. Why are you looking that up? Have y'all seen Top Gun yet? I've been thinking about going to see it.
I have not.
I've seen it. I've seen the Jurassic Park movie, which is pretty good.
Really? Everybody kept on saying it's trash.
I'm not watching no more Jurassic Park movies, okay?
I mean, you kind of know what you're getting.
I'm done.
It was okay. It was. I mean, it's never going to be Jurassic Park 1, but it's all right.
Nothing's going to be Jurassic Park 1.
First of all, the goose died. His son better be legit. That's all I want to say.
I don't know. Like they do mostly practical effects in it, so I'm assuming that it's going to be good because you spend a lot of money on practical effects. But
you can't go wrong with Tom Cruise normally.
You can absolutely go wrong with Tom Cruise.
Oh, what movie did you go wrong in?
I'm trying to think. There was one movie he was like not terrible, but he wasn't his best. But like in Tropic Thunder, hilarious.
Oh, he was the best in Tropic Thunder. I loved him in Tropic Thunder.
Really good. I just don't want him to kill himself one of these days trying to do these stunts.
He's going to, and it's going to be epic.
Like, in the last Mission Impossible movie, he broke like that. Did you see the last Mission Impossible movie?
I didn't see the last one.
Ah, man, you missed it.
That's the one where he was hanging on the airplane?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't see that one.
Like he did one stunt where he was running and he jumped from one building to another and he almost missed. And you just see his leg go.
All right, so it says that the U.S. Census surveys show that only 3% of men and women marry 3 times or more. compared to 13% of men or women, and 14% of women who marry twice. So there's literally less people who get married multiple times than people who get married twice or one time. So
I get that.
So what I'm saying is it's less of a chance for you to even be married if you break up with somebody and then try to get married again. And then further on, the more times you do it, the less chances even possible to keep it. So it's like I'm saying it's almost better to either get married once or don't get married at all. Or if you get a divorce, don't ever get married again. And this is why I say this.
A lot of people are like me myself, one and done.
If you this is what somebody made this analogy. If you were to get on you're about to get on a plane and they tell you, because they say 60% of marriages end in divorce, right? 70% of marriages are divorced by women. Okay. If they said you have a 6 out of 10 chance this plane's gonna go down, are you gonna really get on that plane?
Well, I've been on planes where you had the 6 out of 10 chance you're going to die. So yeah, wrong person to ask that question.
Well,
plane?
He was in the military, so he got paid to do this.
Yeah, you in the military.
I don't know. He's on a different mode, but most people are saying hell no. Nothing wrong with leaving and choosing happiness. Life is too short to remain in toxicity. I always fuck that word up. How you say it? Toxicity?
Holy shit, man.
Toxicity.
I can't say that word good. Keep trying until you get it right. All right.
This one I get it. If it gets that bad and you feel it, because sometimes it does. Sometimes it gets that bad. Well, you gotta leave.
So
okay.
Canteen.
And that's true.
Talk to me.
In all of this, I agree with you on that. On the like the marriage, all that stuff where you get the statistics. I just want you to be a little bit more on that when you want to say you bring up statistics.
Yeah, I know you want me to. I'm not going to.
That's just me.
You fact check it.
Yeah, I know you want me to, but that's not me. How about you fact check and just figure it out and see if I'm wrong, and you can bring it up to me, because I tell y'all before the show, this is not any facts. This is just opinions.
But you're bringing up facts, though.
No, I said statistically, this is true.
That
you can go look it up. You can go look it up yourself if that's what you feel. If you feel you want me to prove it, you can go look it up. If you can prove me wrong, how about that? Prove me wrong. If you don't like what I say, prove me wrong.
He's saying challenge accepted.
I just want you to sound intelligent when you talk.
I sound how I want to sound.
LB to LB. That's all I want you to do.
And I appreciate you. And look, when you have your show, I'll go on there and I'll do it how you want to do it. Is that fair?
You know what? That's fair.
All right.
Speak how you want to speak.
I love you though.
Agree to disagree.
Everything else been family been good? Everybody been good over there?
Oh yeah, we're good.
All right, good.
We just veered off smooth.
Well, you always make us veer off shit.
Yeah.
Because you start talking about all random shit. That's just you. You're that guy.
Submission. There we go. All right. So are we trying to talk about solutions?
I'm all for solutions. What do you got?
Give me a solution. I think I got a solution.
How about think before you leap? In all things, marriage especially.
Yeah.
If you feel like you can build something with anybody, man, woman, whatever relationship, take your time, know the person. Not just know the person that they're presenting you at the beginning. Mm-hmm. Truly know a person, just heart to heart, soul to soul. That way, once you get into the marriage,
you know what you got.
Yeah.
You know what you got. There's not that many surprises. Granted, for me, there should be a few surprises in marriage. Not bad surprises, but things that
there's going to be.
Good little stuff like, I didn't know they did this.
Here goes. This is what a woman told me yesterday. She said when her son get married, she's gonna give him the ring that her husband gave her, which is a $25 ring. And he said, present this to your woman, tell her this is all you can afford, and how she reacts will tell you whether you should marry this woman or not.
See,
this is what she told me yesterday.
See, it's so hard now because nowadays, women, like I said, people are more privy to information. See, back then you would be like, "Hey, I don't got it," and then she kind of like, "I know you don't really got it." Nowadays, women are looking; they gonna make sure you have it, before they even say yes.
Yeah,
they're not even like, what he do for a living? He do this. He drive this. He live here. You know what I mean? He's about to be this. Whatever case may be, before they just jump into marriage, because they have way more options of being successful and on their ends, that they're like, look, I can't be with a man who's doesn't have anything. Because see, it's easy to not have nothing, be with somebody who don't have nothing when you ain't got nothing. See, ask your mother when she got with your father, did she have anything?
No, she didn't.
See, that's what I mean. It's easy when you don't got nothing to be with somebody who don't got nothing. But it's sure as hell hard to be with somebody who ain't got nothing and you got everything.
Fair, my parents didn't have nothing anyway since they were in high school. So I mean,
but that right there, that's a mutual respect.
Are they still together?
No, that was an unused condom.
So you
are they still together?
So you drive.
I can't even.
You a cum stain on a.
Jesus, man.
Well, how can I be a cum stain if I'm here?
Are they
fucking with you?
Are they still together?
No,
hell
no.
What?
So okay, so that's they got together because of you.
So yeah,
no,
they didn't get together because of that. Because of him.
Well,
he's
together.
Here because they got together.
Whatever, you know what I mean. I'm saying the wrong thing, but
okay.
Like I said before, just more people need to take it slow, get to know each other. And as far as the researching part, everybody needs to do that. Man, woman.
Yeah.
You need to know who you fucking with.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm with you on the whole. You need to test your significant other. You need to do something. Like I remember I think I talked about this last show or 2 shows ago, where Fat Joe, he was with an entourage. Mm-hmm. He had a whole bunch of dudes, 50 dudes, while he was coming up making that money. And he was like, man, you know what? He pays for everything for them. And they went down to Florida and he said, you know what? I'm going to test these guys to see if they really down for me or not. And he sat them all down and told them, hey, you know what? The money, I messed up the money. I'm going to have to file for bankruptcy. I don't got it no more. So whatever I was doing for you, I can't do it no more. So it's y'all rocking with me. And out of the 50 dudes, it was like 6 or 8 dudes who said, I'm still rocking with you, regardless of the money or not. I got you. What you need from us? The rest of them dipped. And he learned right then, that was his way of clearing house for who was real and who was fake.
Who rocking with you.
So I'm saying the same way, sometimes you got to put little tests out there to see if you really dealing with a real one.
Yeah.
Personally, I hate that shit. Because it won't stop. It won't stop.
What do you mean won't stop?
You'll always feel like you have to test that person on, whether they're down for you or, still love you or things like that.
I mean, here goes that. The first initial test should be yours. So you should test them initially.
Yeah.
But life is going to test them regardless.
Yeah, life gonna test you to see if they
life
really down for you. But I'm saying the initial to go further into the relationship. If this is somebody you want to marry, right? This is something you need to do just to make sure, because just a little test can really let you confirm what you was already feeling.
Yeah.
On either side,
because how they handle the simple stuff is going to sometimes determines how they're going to handle the big stuff.
Well, if you've been in the relationship long enough, you should know how they be.
What if things? What if you haven't? My thing is this: everybody can be in a good relationship when good shit is happening. Can you be in a relationship when bad shit happens?
That's the real test.
That's also the chance you take anyway.
It is, but I'm just saying.
Here's the thing: like you say that testing them out before the marriage. Okay, if they pass that test, they could just be going with the flow of the shit anyway. And then when the real shit happens, they could be gone anyway. So what?
In your core, who you are is gonna shine out when somebody does something as a test. You ever watch those shows where they do scenarios? You know,
like,
of somebody. What would you do? How somebody you go in a store and somebody's being racist to somebody or being a bully towards somebody? How you are in a hidden camera show? You don't know that these people are actors, and how you react is your true. That's how you are. So if you go and approach them and say, and you defend the person getting bullied, that's you. You're not faking that. That's who you are.
Sooner or later, you can't fake the funk. Sooner or later, the real you is gonna come out.
If the person bullying and you don't say nothing about it, you keep it moving like nothing happened. That's you. You're a person who doesn't want to step up to help other people out if they're in trouble. So that's just you. So I'm saying you could do the same thing with your woman or man to see their true self. Who are they inside?
That's all. I'm not a fan of that.
Somebody said, "Thanks, Brandon. There's a chance in relationships. You should be using your own distinction."
Discernment.
I can't see shit with these glasses. Fuck these glasses.
You and words today is just
Stop testing people. You'll never know for sure until life happens, dude. Or man, woman, whoever you are. Let me see who you are.
That's Shay.
Shay. You. I'm not saying. Look, if you feel so confident in not testing somebody, what's that movie where the guy's like, "Look, you want to test her? Open the door for her. Walk around."
Oh, Bronx Tale.
And if she don't open that damn door for you, she's a selfish motherfucker.
Yeah.
Kick her to the curb right there. And there's something symbolic about that. It's true. If they're givers, they're gonna be givers. You could test it and they're gonna pass the test every time. If they're takers, they're gonna show that they're takers.
And I'm gonna use myself as the example, okay? Because this literally happened to me.
Talk to me.
Okay. Now I was with somebody who I didn't test them or anything. I kind of had a conversation with them. I said, "What happens if I get laid off or something, or ABC happens?" They told me, "Yeah, I got you back. I'm gonna hold you down.
Yeah,
if things happen." Just so happens, a month later, I get laid off.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what happened?
What?
They said, "I can't live like this," and they left.
And did you think that was ever gonna happen?
I did not think that was gonna happen.
That shit hit you like a side, like a truck just coming out of nowhere.
Floored me. I was like, wow. So
hey, let me cut you off. Shay, go and call in, man. Call into the show.
Well, with that though, I am all for having those conversations, getting to know people's mindset, before you go further in that relationship.
Here goes the thing. We had the conversation. She lied to me.
Women are very good at making, and not just women, but some people are very good at making you believe what type of person they think you want them to be.
Yeah.
Versus who they truly are.
She told me what she told me what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
And then when it got real.
Oh no. I got kicked. What happened? So, oh snap! Am I still on? Well, all right, it's my show now. All right, so
fuck that. We
oh, caught you right.
He was ready to go, y'all. He's like, my show now, y'all. Now that we got these guys out the way.
It's time for That Guy Show.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Shay, call in so we can go ahead and get your opinion on this. I swear that it didn't take. That's why I say you test them. You test them right there. 3 seconds in. He's like, "Hey, look, now it's my show, y'all."
Fail.
I would have told you to your face if that would have happened. I would have took over.
Oh my god!
But like I was saying, I don't mind having the tough conversations.
Okay,
you gotta have them.
Everybody should do it. Beginning of relationship, before marriage, during marriage, all that. The tough conversations help you understand a person's mindset.
If they tell the truth.
But this is the thing, though. Like Bean said, if you're good at learning, like seeing people and understanding if motherfuckers is lying or not, then you're fine. But if you're not that good because your nose is wide open because this girl is so cute and so nice and so whatever, you're not gonna see things that maybe other people who aren't got their nose wide open can see. Yeah. And they're saying, do this test to see what we trying to show you about this person. See, I'm gonna give you an example. One time, my ex, story time, y'all. Took her to the casino, got her some, I had to go make a place to bet. I said, here's I think I gave her $25, whatever it was. $25, go to the slot machine while I'm doing what I gotta do. She goes to the slot machine, she wins $100. $200. I'm like, okay, cool. I said, okay, you ready? We gotta go. She said, okay, cool. We get in there. Now she has the $25 I gave her plus the $200. She asked me, do you want your money back? I said, it's whatever you want to do. She kept the money. She didn't give me my money back. She kept the money and the $200 that she had. That was my first sign that I said, okay. It's like I said, it's either if it's in you, it's in you. If it ain't, it ain't. Okay. Then we got home. I was on the ride home. I was talking to her about I need a printer. I said, I got to get a printer. Man, where do I find a printer? She said, oh, my mom's got a printer. I said, oh, she does? She's like, yeah. You know what she tells me? She said, I can, my bad. So I said, okay, I go in my house, come back. She says, oh, I talked to my mom. She said you can have the printer. Oh, you just got to pay her $25. Now, mind you, I just gave her $25. She had to come up, a $200. I needed something. She said, my mom can give you her printer that she's not using. You just got to give her $25. Yeah. That right there was something that stuck with me. And I knew right then and there, and I should have stopped it then, that this was not the woman I needed to be with. No. Because she was not going to be the caring, giving person that I needed.
So
I'm saying
I understand. I understand that scenario completely. I will say she did ask you how you wanted to do it.
And my mother said the same thing. She said, if you ask a woman and you tell her, she asked you, do you want me to get her money back? And I said, do whatever you feel. I wanted her to do what she feel because I wanted to see what type of person she was. Is she going to be the type to say, here's the $25 and here's half the money I made from winning, or not even that. I didn't even want the money. I just wanted to see what she going to offer to give me my money back. She asked me, did I want it? I said, you do what you want to do with it. If you want to give me it back, you can. She kept it. That's fine. I had no problem with that. That wasn't the issue. The issue at hand was after I said I needed something, she called up her mother and then said, you can get it if you pay for it. What? You have extra $200. Why wouldn't you pay for it and get me the computer or the printer I need? That's where you are being a helper to your man. So that's what I'm saying. And that's why I asked the question.
Now, did your mother tell you to say it's whatever you want to do? Your mother told you?
No, my mother. No, I said,
okay,
it's whatever you want to do with the money. You can give me the money back, or you can. I'm not going to make you do anything. I want to see what type of person you are. I'll let you make the decision. Because like I said, if it's in you to be a giver, it's in you naturally. You're going to just naturally, here's your $25 back. Thank you for, letting me play. You're going to just be, or even if you keep the money, you're going to go and say, you know what? He needs a printer. I'm going to get that printer for him because he gave me this and I got this from it. That's just a natural giver. She was not a natural giver for me, at least. Maybe she could be for someone else, but she wasn't for me. So I had to be like, okay. And I tried to, let me see if, but you know it in your heart when you see something that don't feel right.
Like I said,
for you,
like you said, you see it, but so wide open, you just don't.
Exactly. I'm trying to give her a pass.
You overlook it.
You're trying to give the person a pass when you know that ain't no pass, dude. That's in them. That's them.
Mm-hmm.
See, he trying.
I get your logic. I get the logic. Still say you gave her still say you gave her the option to do what she wanted to do when you could have just said, "Give me my money back." But
No.
I get the logic.
I don't care about the money because I was already giving her the money to spend it. If she lost the money, it was whatever it was. You got to play, and it is. I'm being a gesture kind person. Here, go ahead. I didn't say here. This is $25. You got to pay me back the $25. I was expecting her to lose anyway because we had a casino. Most people lose anyway. So I was surprised that she won the money. Now, once she won the money and she didn't want to give me the money back that I originally gave her, okay, that's fine. I was even okay with that because, like I said, I gave her the $25 expecting it to be gone. It was the fact that once I showed I needed something, she couldn't compute in her head. He did something nice for me, looked out for me. Let me try to look out for him. She was more, you could pay my mother $25 and you could get this printer. See, that's where I don't feel you're not a natural giver. You're not a person that sits around and says, how can I help my significant other in life and make it easier and nicer for him?
So, and you had no inkling to express that sentiment to her? Or
once she did that, I didn't say nothing. When she said you can pay $25 and get the printer, I didn't say nothing. I just looked at her and I thought about it. And I thought this was all in the same day. This is in the span of a couple hours.
Okay.
And I said, it wasn't like 2 days later I was talking about a printer. This was after I gave you $25. You won $200. You asked me, did I want the money back? I said, you can do what you want to do with it. You kept the money. We drive home. I tell you I need a printer. You call your mom to ask for a printer. She says, give me $25. You got a printer. And then you tell me you can give me $25 and I can get the printer for you. What? I will fucking go buy a $300 printer before I fucking give you $25 to get a motherfucking printer. I just said no. I said okay. I said okay, cool. And I left it alone, and it sat with me for days. And I was just like, wow, she don't even get it. She don't see it. And I had asked other people, was I wrong for this? Am I bugging? Am I the one tripping? And they said, nah, I'd have gave you your money back, or I would have split it. I've asked girls this. I've asked guys this. Was I wrong? Is this something that you would not trip on or think of anything? And they were like, nah, that's kind of selfish. And that's when I learned there's people, you just either a natural giver or you a selfish taker. It's just what it is.
Never mind.
What you about to say?
I was going to ask a question. I already know the answer.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask her, do she have any sisters? But
yeah,
I know the answer to that. Never mind.
And it's just, I don't know if it's entitlement. I don't know what it is, but some people grow up and it's in them. It's in them. And the women who are natural givers, they get scooped up, dude. They get scooped up and they get wifed.
And we were saying that, was it this morning you got that cup of coffee? Or was that yesterday?
That was yesterday.
I said it is sad that we are impressed
by a simple cup of coffee. He came in late, so he don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I was like,
I get the gist.
It was a lady that just brought a cup of coffee to me, and she made it for me and was like, what do you want? How do you want it? And I was just looking at her like, man, she's just a nice person. She's just a person that just wants to do kind things for people. And she's married, and I know why she's married, and vice versa. Every woman that I've seen that we work with that is married has for the most part, a certain way about them.
Yeah.
That has been married for years. It's in them. That's just how they're made. And I think right now we are losing a lot of people who are not made like that. And I'm not saying it's probably something that all men who are married have a certain way about them too. Somebody, oh, okay, yeah, you attract what you are.
That is very true.
I agree. I agree, and that's why I've told myself that I was going to give myself 6 months to be done with women and all those things to work on myself. Because I always say, whatever you bringing around you, that's probably how you feel about yourself.
Mm-hmm. Have you talked about this journey to prove yourself?
Yeah, I talked about this on the show.
Oh man, I missed the show.
Yeah,
Man,
he brought it up.
I would have loved that conversation.
2-3 episodes ago.
2-3 episodes ago, I said I'm planning on 6 months, letting women go, letting porn, masturbation, alcohol. I don't do no drugs or nothing anyway.
Alcohol, man. You not coming to homecoming?
I might come, but I don't think I'm gonna be drinking nothing. We'll see.
That's gonna be the I think the alcohol is gonna be the toughest part because
I just finished drinking a beer again.
Before I even finished my sentence,
I drank a Guinness when I had a long day of work.
Work has been crazy. Work has been crazy lately. That's true.
It's been off the chain. I got home and I said, "Give me a cold one."
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I get it. And I understand, self-improvement. Like I told myself I was going to take July to kind of reevaluate my whole situation and kind of see where I want to go from.
Because you know what? At some point, you get tired of where you are. Men, I don't know about women, but men, we got to be like, we got to level up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get to the point where you're like, I got to level up on certain things in my life that I'm not cool with no more. I don't like where I'm at with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And like I said earlier, like, I don't know if it's just hitting you now, but for me, it hit me back in 2020.
Okay.
I want to say 2020. And
yeah, because I remember you was on your vegan.
Yeah.
And this man had a bubble gut. He had like a beard. All his fat was in his stomach and his face.
Yeah.
He like a chipmunk.
Yeah. I was like,
and he just was like, you know what? I'm about to start taking care of myself.
I ain't happy with my life. I ain't happy how things are going. And I don't know. I just woke up one day and I was like, I can't do this no more. I mean, like nothing happened. I just was like,
you just was sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
So
what it was.
And mine is more for like, spiritual, physical. I just really want to focus on financially and physically and spiritually. Those three, but spiritually first and then physically. So I'm really about to get on we've been working out. Me and Beans been going to the gym, working out in these little group ones, but I'm really about to take it to the next level because I'm tired of
videos. You've been working real hard.
Yeah, I'm tired of just being what I've been.
It's not fake. Some people think. Listen,
hold
on.
Be
real with you. Let me explain this. Listen, he puts up videos, right, and people think that he didn't work out. And I'm like, I was sitting here next to this man this whole time.
I want you to know this man. We went to college together. Do I sweat profusely? I'm trying to tell people this.
Think it's not real. Nobody sweats that much. I'm like, listen, I work out with this man.
To be fair, I be seeing all your stuff post sweat. I'll be seeing nothing pre-sweat.
Well, because I can't hold the phone and work. I did one video one time where I put the phone up where I was recording and we were working out and I did a little clip. But for the most part, because we're always moving and
he does
up and down, I can't really.
He does one segment right before we work out.
Yes.
Every time we do, he does it real quick right before we
I'll
work
say
out.
what we about to do. Hey, I'm with my man Beans. I'm with my girl Mama Clark. I'm with some group of people, and we about to do this. And then the next video you see is
after the first round.
Busted. Yeah, first round. Like if I have time, I'll try to make a recording. Like, hey, we just did the first set. We just did the second thing. We just did the third thing.
It's kind of like a circuit type deal, so you don't have much time to really.
And the time has gotten shorter, so it's like literally. I don't have. Look, I can either choose to make the video, or give me some goddamn water and wipe my face off. And I choose to get my water and wipe my face off. Fuck y'all.
So
I believe you. I've been in those circuits too, so I understand. That.
The time window is like I'm trying to catch my breath.
You got 45 seconds and we right back on it. So yes, I have to say this because people are saying it's not real. It is very real. We go to these workouts
and bust our ass.
Yes, I'm standing next to this man. All these workouts. The only one I didn't do was yesterday because I got stuck at work.
And I did it, and it was fucking hell.
Yeah.
And let me say this: the only thing I noticed, like we've been consistent with the working out. The only problem I have, and I have to own that, is my diet. And you can't really have success without both. You have to work out and have a good diet.
Agreed.
And you know this because you in the military and for the most part, you've been in shape most of the time I've ever known you, from working in the band, all that stuff. Like your diet is half the equation. And it's probably that and sleep and water intake.
Yeah.
So
but that feel like getting that first look when you pass a mirror, you just like, what the fuck?
Well, you know what I've been doing?
That different?
You know what I've been doing? I've been taking a picture of myself with my shirt off pretty much almost every day and dating it. So like what I want to do is by the time months and year, whatever, and I had the transformation, I can put a collage together and be like, look at where I was each day to where I am now.
Yeah,
maybe every other Instagrammer, you whore.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's my shit, so I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. It's gonna be special to me.
I get you, man.
Hey,
but I think that's what it is. We're both on a journey to. That's probably why we get along so well, because we're both on a journey to reinvent ourselves.
And that's where we say, you know, you attract to what you want to be around. Everybody be like, man, who you hang out with? You got a whole bunch of friends and shit. I got friends, but I really don't hang out with a lot of people. I hang out with beans and the people who's doing what I'm trying to do, which is work out,
make
money, and that's it. I don't do nothing else. I'm not focused on nothing else. I'm focused on trying to be the best I can be.
Right. I hate when people talk about like, you know, people be having like a whole bunch of friends. Like, no, they have a whole bunch of associates.
That's it.
Yeah.
My real friends, even if I don't see them, I got some, you know, guys I feel like are real friends. Like I don't been through with stuff, and when we talk, it's like we right on it, like nothing. Time never, you know what I mean, stop.
Yeah.
But as far as like your everyday life, and I'm not hanging out with a whole bunch of people. That shit is for the man who does that. Who really is real? You know what I'm saying? I don't have enough time to hang out with everybody and try to go meet them. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, if I catch you in passing, I catch you in passing. But like, I'm gonna be around people who are on the same type of time I'm on.
Can I confess something to y'all?
Talk to us.
I have gone a serious decline of going into any place that has more than 50 people.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. I think that's something we all get to when we get older. We just get tired of being like on the scene with every fucking body.
Like,
not for nothing.
Just be like, why do all these people know this place? I'm going home where I know there's at least only 3 other people here and a dog.
I get it, man.
Hey, sometimes
I don't like to go in too many places.
No, he's really bad with it.
I don't go.
I'll be like, hey, we're gonna all meet here. He'll be like, I might meet y'all. We'll see. If he say that, then I know he ain't coming.
I ain't going.
There has to be something like going on to get.
I think you know what it was when we was younger. We was always on the scene. Yeah, we was always trying to go to wherever was popping. You know what I mean? And now you just like, I did that already. I want to go do some other things. I want to travel. I want to go places I ain't been to and be around people I ain't never been around. You know what I mean? Some people comfortable with just being in their own little box and staying around the same people and being around the same people and doing the same thing. But there's no growth with that. You know what you
people
get.
I respect the most? I respect the people that be like, I'm about to go to Belize by myself.
Dude, I literally just said I gotta go on a vacation by myself. I've never really done that, except going to like Baton Rouge, but that ain't really a vacation by myself because I'm seeing everybody that I already know.
Listen, I used to do that crap all the time, and it was amazing. And I'm gonna start doing it again.
Cause I think that's where you really find yourself, because when you go different places and meet different people that you would never meet out by yourself, just exploring the world. When you come back home, you're a different person.
It opens your mind up.
Exactly. You broaden yourself so much to where you're like, the way you thought before is not the same way you thought anymore.
I encourage everybody to go leave the country.
Like
to try
traveling. I swear, like traveling around the world, even around the country, like people who just stay in one state, I don't see how they do that.
Yeah,
like, I don't either.
He already said when he retires, he's not living in America.
I'm done.
He's like, I'm going to go move.
Game over. I'll come and visit y'all.
You
enjoy.
It's fat. Like it's wonderful when you leave your hometown or something, go out of the country or go out of state, and come back and find out that bullshit that you would have thought that you would have been mad about is really not that bitch bullshit.
Yeah. Now I remember you said you went to Japan and stuff, didn't you?
Fuck yeah.
I'm trying to go. I was supposed to go in 2020.
What's the craziest place you've been?
Craziest?
Yeah, like you're just like, no, craziest. Like you're just like, this is how they live. It's just bugged out to you. Like just wild. Like you're like, damn, this is like either awesome or just whatever.
Because there's the thing, so I've been to Germany, which has a whole different kind of society breakdown, and that's crazy from an American perspective because their stuff is more not necessarily centralized, but they have more of a straightforward, stern type of society, and they also their police is way worse.
Beat the shit out of y'all.
Oh,
right. But told y'all ass about jaywalking.
But Japan, I can honestly say I love Japan. Not even just because of
what did you love of Japan? Just the culture, just of how Japan they are. I know that sounded wrong.
So wrong.
I mean the culture of the anime, you know how Japan, when you see, a Japan, you ever go to a Japanese restaurant, how Japan is it like that over there?
No. Well, yes, but not in a stereotypical way. The authentic. Oh, now you got me fucking up words. Just the realness of it.
Yeah.
Just the respect that.
I love how he tried to blame that on me.
Authenticity.
I love how he tried to blame his stuttering.
I saw how you slowed down that word.
Because I knew not to say it. Because I know shit. I'm gonna fuck it up too.
But just going there to see how they respect each other, how they build upon a shared history that
I'm going
has together.
Is that stigma true about how they treat black people over there? Because I heard they be fucking up.
It depends on where you go, but generally, they keep to themselves.
Okay. Did you have any bad experiences over there?
I love Japan. It was great.
How the ladies are towards you? Were they very because we go to this restaurant and I don't know, is it Japanese or hibachi food?
Sake sushi you talking about?
Yeah.
That is,
what is that?
I think that's hibachi.
What is hibachi? Is that Japanese?
Yeah.
Okay. So the women that we go there that serve us are so happy and pleasing and so just I don't know what I'm talking. I don't know how to describe it. It's just the way they are so girly, little schoolgirl kind of thing. I would say
that they're serving you like that because you are a customer, not necessarily they're fascinated.
I understand that, but
we understand that fact.
I understand. Yeah. I understand they're trying to make a good impression on service. I'm saying, but they just I remember he made a little compliment on the one lady and
okay, let's be real about this. You told me to say this to her.
I did tell you to tell her.
I didn't just compliment this lady. Okay, let's just be real.
I told him to say it because I knew the way she was just acting a little bit nicer to him. And I'm like, I think he likes her. I think she likes you. And then I told him I made that little compliment, and was she not smitten?
Yeah, and I can never go back there again because
she's looking for him.
Yes,
but
nah, it's how we would view normal service here in Japan. They're just chill about it. They're just serving you. If I go in a restaurant, I order my thing, they be like, they're not, they're kind, courteous, but it's not
okay. So it ain't like
they're not giddy and
it ain't like if they disrespect you, somebody coming out of anywhere and just chopping their arm off or something. You disrespect him. They ain't doing nothing like that, are they?
Nah, but it's
okay.
I'm still going. I don't care.
Is there some type of hierarchy as far as how do they treat men differently than how men are treated in America, or are they similar?
So they do have a strong family-oriented culture. They do have, most of the time, the male is the head of the house, all that bullshit. Now, it has not necessarily gone away, but it's going away where, the woman of the house is, just is a housewife, take care of the kids, like that. No, just like America, sometimes they have dual income houses, shit like that. But I think there's a little bit more respect going on in their family units that's based on their culture than America.
All right, I'm gonna give you side notes. We switching the whole topic. What do you think about the fucking Supreme Court overturning that abortion laws, abortion case
versus Wade?
Yeah, there it is. There we go.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't try to make it seem like motherfucker. Like I gotta. You know what the fuck I was talking about.
I did. I wanted you to get there.
Well, you got there for me. Now go ahead and tell me what you think about it. What's your feel?
I don't agree with it. It's gonna have more implications than just women having the right to abortion. It's gonna lead down to other cases that
now is it across the board or is it certain states?
It gives the rights back to the states to decide whether or not they're going to have legalized abortions in their state.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, the talking point of abortion is not illegal across the nation. Essentially, it is. Because, all the Republican states are on. Well, I think the last count I saw was like 32 states either have an outright ban, trigger bans, or working on legislation to ban abortion. After, let's see, some states are doing 6 weeks. Mississippi, when they won their case for this one, is at 15 weeks. I think there's a few states that have 20 weeks somewhere.
So what I mean,
you can get an abortion up to the amount of weeks.
Yes.
Is that okay?
I think that's fair.
Depends.
What's 20 weeks? 20 weeks is what? That's like
first trimester.
That's like 4 or 5 months. No, that's too much. That's too late.
But here's the thing, though.
That's too late for me.
Like, before Roe versus Wade, I think the max was 23 weeks.
Yeah, but that's too long.
If you're looking at it for the states that ban it after 6 weeks, no, a woman's probably not going to know whether or not they're pregnant until their next period, which could be after that time.
I'm gonna say this. For me, you got about 2.5 months. That's it. After 2 months, I ain't giving you no more. That's it.
Well, here goes saying my sister, her second child, she didn't realize she was pregnant until it was a lot of months in. I'm trying to think how far.
So she didn't have a period for 5-6 months.
No, she said she did.
And some women have periods while they're having.
Okay.
She said she did. That's why she didn't think she was.
Okay.
But then her stomach started growing a certain way. I was like, I'm no doctor, but your
stomach hard as hell, dude.
You looking mighty pregnant.
Okay. So we're gonna go around. Do you believe in abortion?
I want to go to heaven. So I'm gonna say no.
That's your opening statement of a question. I want to go.
That is a logical response for a lot of people.
That is. I give you that. I'm just laughing because it's okay. That guy. Do you believe?
I absolutely believe a woman has a right to
kill.
How is that? Wait a minute. Let's not do that.
What do you mean? See, why we can't? First off, why we can't use the words for what they mean? Kill, terminate, to not exist anymore. All these things mean the same damn thing. and we don't want to, but we don't like to hear them words trigger people. That's what it is.
No.
Let's not sugarcoat something.
So what it is. You think the woman has the right?
I'm assuming you don't.
I'm just asking a question. Do you feel women have the right
to terminate a pregnancy? Yes.
To kill a pregnancy?
Well, for one.
Here goes my question.
What are they killing? Let me ask you that.
They're killing a human.
Is it a human at that point, though?
I'm gonna say that's always the question. Where does life begin? That's
well, let me ask you this: once a female egg is penetrated by a male sperm, it becomes
fertilized.
A fertilized egg, which in turn is a living thing.
So it can live outside the womb.
No, it can't live outside the womb.
Then it can't live.
What do you? No, I didn't say it. No, tell me. Just because something can you live outside this atmosphere?
What the fuck is the question? Is that
everybody has different terms of living? You can't. If I take a fish and throw that motherfucker on the water, can he live?
Is
he not alive?
Environment, though,
huh?
It's living in its own environment. It's breathing.
Exactly. At that point, he's living in his own environment. His environment is that womb. How is that? No,
that's not like a symbiotic relationship.
That's not a symbiotic. Thank you.
No. Is that still?
Is that not a symbiotic relationship? The Mother Earth is our womb. If we live, we can live in this area. If I go out in space, I will die.
Wait, but then at that point, where does it stop then? Because you're saying that.
I just said
that
it starts. It starts when an egg and a sperm become fertilized. That's where it starts. That's where at that point, what you call it? What's the word? Fucking not consummation. Conception. Thank you. Conception.
Wait. Then at that point, what is the human going to be fertilized with to live in space?
Somebody say it one time.
So
you got a compliment, Beans.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Go ahead. I'm listening to that guy.
I'm just trying to, first of all, understand the logic that you have with a human just going into space.
What I'm saying is this: anything I can show you, anything in this world that's alive, that if you put them in a certain different atmosphere, it will die. If you take a embryo, a fertilized egg, out of its atmosphere before it's prepared to be in atmosphere, I mean, in another, in the world we live in this form, it will die. The same way if you put a person out of space without the equipment it needs to be out there, it will die. So I'm saying there's no difference. The fact that he doesn't have a brain or what?
Okay, go ahead.
The fact that he doesn't have limbs or whatever case may be is beside the point.
How is that beside the point? Because you're saying that at fertilization, he
is alive. It is a living thing. It is a living thing.
I mean, amoebas don't have brains or
you don't have to have a brain to be alive.
Like that's my point.
Yes.
And the thing, okay, for you, where do you think life begins? That's the question. Maybe it's different for everybody.
Ooh, that's a extremely existential point right there.
Where does it begin?
I answered mine. I got my answer.
Now
and the thing is, most people who are for abortion, most of the time can't answer that question.
Well, most people who are pro-abortion would say viability, which is medically, I'm not a medical professional, but most medical professionals would say probably
when you can live outside the womb.
Yeah, when they have when the brain and heart develops to a certain point that it can live outside the womb.
So when the brain and heart develops to where they can live outside the womb. Because let me say this right now. Well, let me say this. Right now, we've already created with the incubator pretty much a certified womb, right? To where it's a conditioned area for the baby to live and grow and be strong and be able to keep living.
You mean when they're born premature?
Premature.
Okay.
Okay. And they're working on a point to where human you can have a fertilized egg and to grow into a controlled environment to where it can grow up and be growing into a baby, into a human, into a full human. So what I'm saying is the fact that it's in your womb, in your body, is not your choice to terminate or kill it. The only choice you have, I feel, is the choice of you getting pregnant. You chose to get pregnant, or the actions or whatever case be to be pregnant. You don't get to choose that baby to be live or die.
You mean if you chose the act of sex? If she
chose the act of sex,
because there are some, everybody's gonna bring up the thing of rape. That's not a chosen act.
Okay,
you know what I mean. That's why you say if she chose that act. Okay, that's what I mean.
Whatever choices that were made to get to this point, you can choose to not be a mother in society, but for some reason, men can't choose not to be fathers.
I feel like we're veering a little bit.
We can't. If you have sex with a woman and she chooses to have that baby, whether you don't want to have the baby or not, guess what happens? She can have that baby, and you are now a father. And if you don't want to be in that kid's life, she can take you to court and make the government charge you to be responsible for that child. But women,
I'm saying, if you decided to have sex with that woman,
okay, but women can have sex with a man and still decide to not be a mother. She can kill that baby and not be a mother. She gets to choose not to be a mother. That's not fair. If we're going to go in the world of equal rights, that's not fair.
So if the father wanted the baby and the mother didn't, she should be forced by the United States legal system to carry the child for 9 months.
No one's forcing you to do anything.
Yeah, that's what listen. She does not want to be the father.
I'm not forcing you to be a mother. What I'm forcing you not to do is not kill something. You can't do anything that's not naturally going to happen. The only action you can choose is the action of you having sex or not. You chose that. The action of that baby, that comes with that is their choice if they want to, if they grow inside and be and born or not. AKA, if the person, if she has a miscarriage, guess what happens? That was a natural thing that happened. She had no say in the matter, and the baby didn't make it. Cool. Now you well, not cool that the baby had a miscarriage, but the fact that you don't want to be a mom, guess what? That's your out. It happened that way. But you don't get to decide on what other people that don't have no say in the matter at the time don't have that shit. Why do you get to have a right over someone else?
I mean, the argument could be made as because she is carrying that child.
She's just the vessel. She should not get to choose on somebody else if they want to live or not. Do you think if they asked, you think they would say kill me?
Of course not.
So then why does she get to choose?
She has to go through the birthing pains.
That's what it is. Unfortunately, I mean, that's your choice because you chose to have a kid. I mean, my bad, you chose to have sex. Those are the repercussions from having unprotected sex.
Of course.
We all, for the most part, unless you like a little kid and you ain't nobody told you this, we all know that. So why should you get the choice of taking someone else's life because of your choices that you made? That's all. Let's see what they say. And there we have it. That's why men hate abortion. They don't give a damn about these kids.
That's Shay. Shay said that.
Okay. Look, my mindset is let's make it fair, but I do care. I feel like you should not be able to decide on someone else.
So how do you make it fair?
You make it fair by saying you as men and women get to choose if you want to have sex. You and men and women get to choose if you want to use protection. But you and men and women
actually, that might not even be a choice anymore because of this ruling and the precedent that they use. They may be able to ban contraceptions. So birth control, condoms, shit like that might be gone.
Well, I don't think birth control is killing. That's just preventing you from having children.
Or what if they just, and this is just a shot in the dark, what if they put like a limit on it? And I hate to put it like,
oh, you mean like how China does?
Like a cap. And I hate it. And I'm sorry, there's no other easy way to say this. Like, let's say if you get pregnant, you have an abortion, and you get pregnant again, you have another abortion. By that third one, they're like, okay, you keep in this one.
Exactly. Ooh. Let me say, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Okay, go ahead.
There's at least 5 Law and Order episodes with that exact logic, and it hasn't worked yet. Because you can't. That's taking a woman's right away to get pregnant. No matter how fucked up it is.
What do you mean? We're saying you can't go get an abortion 3 times, more than 3 times. After that, you have to live with the choices. Or how about this? I'm just gonna put it out there. If you have abortion more than 3 times, they just what do you call it? Tie your tubes up. You ain't gonna have kids no more. You ain't having kids.
That's extremely.
That's not, but it's fair because my thing is this. Clearly, if you're having multiple abortions, the choices you're making in life are not responsible. You keep having unprotected sex, getting pregnant, and then killing babies.
Well, that's a lot of punishment you're putting on the woman.
What punishment? You've already shown you can't be responsible.
Here's the thing, like all these scenarios you're putting against the woman, but you haven't said anything about what happens with the man in the scenario.
Okay. Listen.
Wait. Do we have a say? Do men have a say?
Exactly. Men don't have a say in that. Men don't have a say in being a father or not. That's what I was getting at from the gun. So if a man didn't have a say, he didn't have to be a part of that portion. It's only about the women who have the responsibility. If you have the say and you have the right, then you have the responsibility.
Right, but it's not just the woman getting pregnant. It's a man has to still be in that scenario for that woman to get pregnant. So if we're going to snap,
that's really what this says. They are trying to take away everyone's right. If I can't have an abortion, you can't strap up. You'll have a lot of single mothers, which you keep bringing up. We already got that. And so that just shows you how wild and crazy motherfuckers are. The fact that we got mad single mothers and we still got high abortion rates. And it'll be even more complicated because we won't be giving up the cookie that you expected so damn much. Guess what? You should hold off on the cookie. If y'all wasn't giving the cookie away so much, maybe we probably wouldn't have the problems we have. And maybe men could, we wouldn't sexually object y'all as much.
Well,
just being honest. Let's be honest about it.
Well,
men don't have respect for women nowadays.
There's a whole community of individuals who've come together because they could get sex from women. So it's not like, this whole.
Oh, you mean like incels and shit?
Yeah, I fucking hate them guys. They
weirdos, dude.
But,
I mean, and my thing is this. I'm saying if you're gonna make it equal, make it fair. Make it fair across the board. If you say men, you don't have a say in this, then I say, cool. Women don't have a say in it. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. We're gonna have a kid. If the kid make it, kid make it. Kid don't. If the kid has a miscarriage, guess what? The nature meant it for it not to be born.
Okay, so let's move a little bit in the timeline of this. So abortion's out.
What a nice way to blame the woman again. I'm not blaming the woman. I'm saying the situation. We don't have a say. Men don't have a say in this.
So let's
go.
I'm sorry. No,
go ahead.
All right. So let's move a little bit on the timeline of the conception part of this. If there's no abortion, if the child is born in this world, breathing, crying, all that shit, and the mother doesn't want the child.
Yes. Yeah, plenty of people.
Should the father have to take the child?
Should nobody, if you don't, I'm saying this, the same, if the woman does not want to father or mother the child, and she doesn't have to do that. If the father don't want to father the child, he shouldn't have to do that. They have people in this world who
I say they do that already. That's why you have kids up for adoption.
Yeah, they have plenty of people who can't have children who would love to father and mother these children.
Have you seen the adoption system?
I've never seen it.
Nope. But I know there's some people out there.
I would, even if y'all don't do an episode on it, I would love for y'all to look at exactly.
And this is why I agree with Beans saying if you have more than multiple abortions, they euthanize you and you do not have kids, because the choices you make show that you are not
euthanized.
What is that?
Yes, please don't.
What's the word?
Not euthanize.
Well, euthanize is what? Is that killing?
Oh my God! What the fuck, man?
What's euthanize then?
Euthanize is when you.
I don't think nobody knows what euthanize.
Have you ever had a whole old dog that needed to go to the vet for the last time?
When they kill them humanely.
Oh, not euthanizing. Neuter. How about that? Neuter them. You should be neutered.
That's not even the right word for him.
What do you mean? Neutered is a word.
You spayed a female dog, not neuter. You
neuter, spayed, whatever.
Not vasectomy. What is it called?
Tube tied. That's all I know.
It's
taking out
like
your
tubelectomy or some shit like that.
Not hysterectomy.
Well, y'all put in the comments, ladies, when you get y'all ovaries taken out.
Yeah, ladies, line them up.
I forget what they're called. Let me look up. I'm trying to think of the
right. Here we
word.
go. Sterilization. There we go. She said it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You are a lifesaver. Sterilization. You need to be sterilized. There we go. Because somebody said, what did it say? Ding, ding, ding.
That's Shay.
That is crazy. Regarding foster homes and adoptions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now my thing is this: you should be sterilized, because this is the true fact. Not true fact. This is my opinion. If you are having multiple kids and not learning or not wanting to take care of them, you are a danger to the society, because you're having kids and you're not raising them to be upstanding citizens. They're going to be left out in the cold and probably become a statistic and be robbing and killing people.
Well, then I would say that if we want to be if all things equal, I would say that any man who has multiple kids with multiple women and don't take care of them should also be.
He should be sterilized. 100%.
If
he has more than 2 kids by different people and he does not take care of those kids, he needs to be sterilized. Sterilize all these motherfuckers.
Put them out to pasture.
And then they can fuck away all they want. And all they got to worry about now is diseases.
Well, realistically,
go ahead.
Realistically, it's probably going to move that way anyway. I mean, not like legally sterilizing motherfuckers, but
no, they're going to do something. They're going to put it in the food. They're going to do something. I mean, I personally think, honestly, they already started with these COVID shots. Y'all think I'm playing? Y'all gonna find out later. Everybody who took one, y'all gonna find out when y'all can't fucking have kids. It was a way to get y'all asses. Shout out to wifey in the background.
She's busy.
I know.
But you made me forget what I was gonna say when you said that COVID shit.
Because it's real.
Let's go back to adoption and foster care. Right now, the system is already strained. because there's too many kids, and not enough homes for these kids. If we're gonna go down this path where we're just gonna be
sterilizing,
not sterilizing, forcing these kids out, not being.
We're not seeing no. This thing. No one's forcing anything. It's the natural order of once you have unprotected sex. This is what happens. We're not forcing. See, forcing means I'm making you. Like if I would say you're gonna kill this baby, that's forcing you. I'm forcing you to do something. I'm not forcing you to do anything. All I'm doing is not allowing you to kill. That's it. Whatever happens from there is what's gonna happen. That's the natural order of things.
I think he means when you say forcing, like the option,
the taking away the option of killing.
Yes,
that's what I'm. See, we put this. You're forcing me to have a kid. I'm not forcing you to do anything. You chose to have unprotected sex, and this is the result that comes with it. Your body does what your body does. You want, because understand something. If we didn't have the technology we have, what would happen? You get what I'm saying?
I'm past that part. All this, I'm going on the foster care adoption part.
Okay,
we're not going to agree on the abortion part.
Okay, adoption. I mean, I feel like you should let people give kids an option to be around people who want kids.
Here's the thing. You're saying give these kids an option. A week-old newborn does not know what the fuck is going on.
Or
so how can they make an informed decision about what they want when they don't even know?
I know they want to live. I know they want to live because all living things have that instinct in them to try to live. So I mean, that's an instinct that we have. We want to live. So to say, oh, well, she doesn't want. They all want to live.
No, past that point, they're already alive. They don't know what the fuck's going on. You're saying that they have these intrinsic thoughts. How are they communicating that?
I'm not saying they have intrinsic thoughts. I'm saying I know everything longs to live. So ultimately, like, give them an opportunity to live. Let them go. Whatever life is going to be towards them is going to be what it's going to be. Now, yes, everybody wants to have the best life they can, and hopefully we can start putting better things in place for people who, children who are not wanted by their parents. But unfortunately, that's the cards they were dealt.
I know somebody who tried to adopt kids, and she was, as far as I can tell, I don't know her in her personal life that deeply. I thought she was a good person, but they gave her all kinds of hell for trying to adopt a child. And she had kids of her own already. She was just wanted to,
isn't that funny?
Do her part.
The ones who want to raise the kids, people giving them hell, but the ones who don't, go ahead. You can kill away. You can have kids. You can put other men on child support. You can do all these different things. I mean, I saw a video of a woman who was literally showing how having kids with multiple men, having one kid with multiple men is better than having one kid or multiple kids with one man, because you can make more money from the government and from child support and other things like that. That type of mindset is very destructive.
I literally have a friend who did that.
Yes,
she got like 7 kids.
We have to change
7 different dudes.
The way the government is in the position to try to keep us down and destroy us by allowing, look, we'll give you certain things so you can keep the structure of a home fucked up. And I'm just being honest, because the women have the control, they have the rights. They're the ones who allow they hook, line, and sinker and go with it.
But this is the part that I always just was confused about. Don't you think having more humans on this earth is going to be more detrimental than having less humans on this earth?
Having more humans on this, I think the world. It doesn't matter of if you. This is the thing. Us having abortions is not solving anything because the way the world is, Earth is a living thing. So if you have a increase, increase, it doesn't really matter. The same thing.
It does.
No, it doesn't. Increase. You know what I meant. In human life, Earth has a way of balancing itself out. It will have other ways to where we will be balanced. People will die. As more life comes, more death comes. That's just how nature is.
Not necessarily, because
isn't that why China had to put a cap on their birth rates, their household limits, because there were so many children. It's like 1 billion of them, right? So I think that's why they had to put that cap, like so many kids per household, because of the resources.
I don't know if that's why. I mean, I know they say that's why, but I don't know. It's a control thing. They want to control
the
population.
China used to have I believe it's called the One China rule, where their country was being filled to such capacity that they had to regulate how many people or how many children people had.
Yeah.
And it was, from a Western perspective, disastrous because we are, as kind-hearted people, yes, we don't, if a child is alive, we also don't want that child to automatically be dead because either they had one too many children, or this was the worst part, if she was a girl. Because
that's true. They wanted sons. That's basically what they wanted.
Which kind of fucked them over because now they have like 2-3 generations of men and not enough women. But that's neither here or there. Either way, to me, nobody's ever going to agree on it. I think that if this is going to be if this is going to be the lay of the land, that you have to have the systems also improve to support that decision. If you are supportive of having these children in the world, let's support maternity and paternity leave longer than 2 fucking weeks.
I agree on that.
Let's support these pre-K kindergarten programs. Let's support fucking not babysitting.
Why don't we get back to letting letting teachers see? This is the hard thing. I do feel like a village raises a child, but I also understand there's some fucking weird ass motherfuckers out there who are a danger to your children. Like I just thought about this. Like, you know what? I also say, right now we got a lot of times where teachers are not getting the same respect or privilege, allowed to discipline the child like how they see fit. Right?
Carlton, 2 things. Please tell me you're not in the all teachers are groomers camp that's been growing.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
Where like I won't even say a small minority, but like a growing minority of people who's like, because these teachers have, these education degrees, which is a liberal arts degree that they're trying to teach their kids that, LGBTQ is normal and all that, and they're trying to convert kids and shit like that.
No, I think that shit's fucked up. Personally, I think you shouldn't be teaching no young child about all these different new ideologies because their brains I feel like are learning right now. And go ahead.
Do they still teach sex education in school?
Oh, they're trying to stop that for real.
I'm just out of
curiosity. I mean,
I don't see. The thing is, when they taught sex education, they taught the science version, man, woman. This is how you reproduce. They never talked about man and man, woman and woman, all these extra, activities that really have no place in reproduction. So,
Shauna said yes, they do.
okay, but that right there to me, I feel like there comes a time where kids are going to be brought to what's going on, but
are you a teacher, Shonda?
She is.
Oh, she is. Okay.
She's counselor.
Oh, counselor.
And but my thing is, I feel like we want to have it where the community is raising a child together. We all, the neighbors, the friend. But the problem with that is, with that, you have a lot of predators. And I thought about this because when I was in school, we had a science teacher. And this science teacher used to and I never thought about it until I got older, that this shit was weird. He used to let the girls come up on front of the class, and they would dance for him.
This was
they would. I swear to God,
this was in
This was in my school.
High school.
And in high school, and we weren't in high school yet. We were in the class was in high school, but we were in, I want to say 7th or 8th grade. And
nobody thought this was weird. Like,
you got to understand the time period. When you're a kid, you believe in adults. What adults said goes, and you didn't question adults. It was disrespectful to question an adult. So back then, he would give them extra credit to dance in front of the class. Like, he'd be right there and they would dance. He'd twirl them around and all this kind of shit. And this is where it gets weird. I used to ask him.
It wasn't weird before that.
No, because you're a kid, you don't think nothing of it. Go dance. Yeah. You know how you at a family reunion, they say, "Hey, come out here and dance for us. Show us what you get." You dance. Okay.
Social studies. Why are we dancing? Go ahead.
So we were in science. Calm down.
So you could dance for Alexander Hamilton.
What I didn't realize, when I knew something was, as I got older, I said, I asked, can I dance? Can the guys dance for extra credit? And he'd always be like, "Nah, y'all can't dance." And I always was like, that's not fair. Why do the girls get to dance for extra credit, but we don't? Like I said, I never put it in 2 and 2 until I got older in life, and I realized
that your teacher was a weirdo.
That the teacher was really some type of weird pedophile type dude. He was having them dance, and I guarantee you, if I wish I had somebody on this damn show right now who went to school with me, because they can confirm what I'm saying is true. And that's the type of stories that I think everybody kind of had. If you look back at it, that there was somebody that was supposed to be in the care of you as an adult that really was doing some fucked up evil shit.
So I'm pretty sure I do. Alcohol has taken most of my memories, but I agree that I love the concept of a village raising a child, and that you have to be wary about the people that you let in that village. My thing is, the sentiment that's going on in the nation is that unless you believe exactly how I believe, teacher, you are a pedophile, no matter what you did. And that's starting to grow in the nation. I don't like that.
Oh yeah, it's definitely where you don't agree with my opinion. You can't have an opinion, which is the whole argument of when you try to challenge a ideology. Oh, you're transphobic. You're homophobic. You're this. Do you understand what a phobia means? You're scared of something. That means I'm literally fearful of whatever that is. Like a spider or arachnophobia. Are that right? Yes, right. Yeah, arachnophobia. If I see I don't know why you think you motherfucker. We both got the same degrees. I got a bachelor's too, motherfucker. So, you
man.
you fearful. If I put you a spider on you, you're gonna get scared. I'm not. I don't think most people are really scared of gay people, of trans people, of any of those. We're just trying to make sense of all of this.
You get demonized for disagreeing.
Yes.
Yes. I think the term homophobic, transphobic does not iterate what people are actually using it for. Because when they're using transphobic, homophobic, they're talking about they hate gay people, which
yes. Well, that's not really. That's not even transphobic. That's more like, I guess it would be what transism.
Transism.
I guess, right?
If you disagree with them?
No, you know, like racism, sexism. I'm guessing that would be transism, wouldn't it? Where you hate the hatred, the unfair practice of people who are, trannies or transgender or whatever. I would think so, right? Not transphobia.
Maybe discrimination.
Nah. A little bit more specific than discrimination.
Yeah, I don't know. But
either way, back to my original
somebody said, please stop making your own words.
You making up hella words. I just don't like that mindset that all like because we don't believe in in educating kids in CRT or the spectrum of sexuality that you are automatically trying to rape this child.
Yeah, that's
a little extreme. I feel like that's a big jump.
At what age are they trying to teach these kids? Is my question.
Real young. Shonda, put us on game. What age are they trying to teach kids about sexual identity?
That's like Dwayne Wade's son. A lot of people weren't mad at the fact that the child wants to transition. They were. I don't want to say
they were mad about the
age
that he wanted to transition.
Real young.
He was like 8. You don't know nothing about no age. I just don't feel that. I'm just being on. Maybe it's because my own personal. I don't feel you knew what the hell you was at 8 years old of what you wanted to be.
I mean, I believe it just depends on the person. There's a lot of people who didn't find out their sexuality till they were married with 2 kids at 32. Some people find out they're gay at 5 when they preferred playing with G.I. Joe. Then
hold on. You don't find out you gay at 32 after you got married and you had 2 kids.
Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
I mean,
I don't know.
You had some type of inkling, like maybe I like guys. Something. You don't just decide. All right, I don't like this.
Yeah, but an inkling
is like you. But you've only seen one way, so maybe you just like I don't. You don't just because you have it. My thing is this: maybe you have an inkling, but you never
acted on it.
And then you acted on it.
Get it,
and you're like, wow. I like this.
But after 2 kids though?
Yeah. Clearly the inkling wasn't
I don't know.
You having 2 kids? I mean,
I don't know.
You be with a woman, that's gonna happen.
That's like kind of like a scenario where you like, okay, this is gonna sound stupid, where you didn't think you could find love and then you find that one person that sparks that.
Yeah, and it's somebody you never thought would you like in your mind was that gonna be your type. And not for nothing, does that make them? My question is this though, and this is why, and especially in the Black community, we never want to call men bisexual. If a man he has a wife, kids, and everything is like, we can't say that he don't have no sexual desire for women. You know what I'm saying? You can't go your whole life in marriage, kids, and you don't have no sexual desire towards them. Maybe you might lose some of it.
You know,
like for Black men, there's never like the option of bisexual. You either straight or gay.
That's what I'm saying. Why do we put that stigma of you only can be one or other? You can't. But we give women
The whole
Oh,
spectrum.
they could be lesbians, they could be straight, they could be bisexual, they could be we comfortable with letting women be whatever they want to be. But then with men,
it's very black and white.
It's black and white. You this or you that. You a man or you not.
I think that's more of a toxic masculinity type of thing.
We are trained to not impose our personal beliefs on them. Most of the gender identity cases are from 10 years old. Okay.
That's fair.
10 years old.
Double digits.
What grade is 10 years? What grade are you in 10 when you're 10?
What's 10 years old?
Isn't it 5th grade?
5th grade. Okay. 5th grade was about the time I started feeling like I liked girls. For real.
That tracks.
You said 5th grade?
Yeah.
She said okay, that's
okay. 5th grade about the time I started knowing I kind of.
That's true. My niece, two of my nieces are like 10 and 11. And
yeah, she said 5th grade. All right, cool.
They're in like 5th grade and they do like the boys. So
I feel like you said it like a little too much for me.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you what happened. I already told you this story. I'm taking my nieces out for ice cream or slushies, whatever. And some little boy walks by and he says hi to her. I'm looking like, yo, who is this? And she goes, that's Rashawn, he's the bad kid in class. Now she's all of 10 years old, but she got the googly eyes for this boy. And I'm like, all right,
bad boy.
I'm about to go.
Time to
jail.
Yeah. So I'm about to go fuck up Rashawn.
Little Rashawn. I was like, all right, Rashawn, you can push on, homie. Like you said you're high. Keep it pushing.
Beat you in your light up.
Yeah, I don't care if you are 10. I do fight children. All right, get out of here. so it's tough when I say you do like the boys. It's coming. I know.
You just gotta roll up to him like, hey, look, she got.
He ain't even doing that though. He just hey,
nah, get out of here.
See, this is the thing. We all worried about the boys, but you don't realize it's never the boys. It's the girls.
I know she was giving them
the girls are bad. They out here ready to.
That's Rashawn. Oh, I got my eye on that one.
They're gonna make the moves. They ain't gonna be the boys to make the moves.
Let me go on a little tangent here that goes probably contradictory to anything I've just said in the past like hour. Girls was wilding in high school.
They really was.
Very true.
They really was. They was being some real hoes out there, like certified.
Good time.
I tell the story all the time. When I moved from Louisiana to Georgia, and I told my mom I wanted to go to a public high school because I'd never been to a public high school, and I thought I was gonna have all the adventures and fun and all that shit. I walked in the door the first day, saw 3 pregnant girls. I was like, I want to leave.
Look, welcome to the jungle. You got fun and games.
I went to public school my whole life, and it was.
We had 2 kids that were pregnant by my senior year.
It was war zone.
We had 2 kids that were pregnant by 8th grade. We had 2 kids that girls were pregnant.
Yeah, I know.
Every year I was in that school, somebody was pregnant that I knew.
Listen, we called it every summer. I hate to say it like this. No, I don't. Every summer we called it the baby mama parade. Where that's when you found out who got pregnant.
Yeah. But you ever notice though, it's never the girl is never dealing with a boy her age. She's always dealing with somebody a little older.
Which is messed up.
Cause she want to get into trouble. She gets somebody her age. He too scared to do any of that shit. He like, oh, hold up. She get a guy a couple of years old. They like, yeah.
I'm saying messed up for the dude.
Oh yeah,
going younger. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing in life?
Hey, when you older,
I saw both sides.
Are you seeing you seen a guy who had a younger girl, or he was younger and he got with older girl?
Absolutely in college.
Well, in college, yes, but I'm talking about high school, middle school. I ain't never seen nobody.
Yes, I've seen females at my high school dating the college guys. That now that I'm really thinking about it, the college was down the street from the goddamn high school.
Shonda, tell us the youngest kid you done seen pregnant in school. The age. I want to know.
Youngest girl I ever seen was 13.
Youngest was 8th grade. 15.
And that was like recent. Like a year or 2 ago.
The worst was when we went to prom. The girl went to prom, pregnant as hell. And I'm just thinking in my head, this is why you pregnant right there. because your parents let your ass go to prom.
Well, was she wilding out at prom though?
No, she was fucking
11.
like, dude. She was like 7 months pregnant. She had a big ass belly. Like
Yeah,
she was.
I mean, if she's just sitting around,
she can't get pregnant twice, so I guess she could go. But my thing is this: if you get pregnant, I'm thinking as a parent, if I'm a parent, your ass is shut down. Ain't no fucking parties you going to. You're not having no fun time. Fuck that.
Carlton,
you
I
had your fun.
100% don't believe you would do that.
I'm not letting. I can tell you right now, if my daughter gets pregnant in high school, she or middle whatever, she ain't going to prom. I can promise you that.
I 100% don't believe you.
She's not going to prom, dude.
100.
He doesn't believe you.
That's fine.
Why?
First off, when that child is born, you're gonna look in that child's face like, God damn it, she gonna get everything that she wants. If she gets pregnant, you may be mad.
No,
but
see, I'm not
gonna
saying
shut everything down.
I'm not gonna punish the child for that the baby she has, but her ass is locked the fuck down. You done with parties? You done with all that shit? Fuck you talking about? You out here fucking? No, you're not going nowhere. You done. All that little fucking cheer. No, you're done.
If your son gets somebody pregnant, you mean
he fucking done?
Energy? Okay,
he's done. He's not going to no fucking prom. You think you going? I don't trust you to go to no damn prom. You fucking out here.
I ain't gonna lie. I might uppercut my son and get a young girl pregnant.
Yeah. You know what you're going to go do? You're going to get a job. That's what you about to go do. I'm about to put so much fucking work on your ass. You ain't gonna have no time to be doing grown people shit. Yeah, I'm not giving them. No, we're not doing that. We're not. We're not doing that. You're not gonna be able to be. You want to be an adult and do adult things, but now you want to be a kid and get. Now you're not getting that no more. That shit's over. Your kid life is gone because you chose that. So but I see me. Only reason I'm gonna be so hard is because I'm already giving them the 411 and warn their ass before they even start doing any of that shit. I ain't gonna be like my parents didn't say none of that shit. They was literally like all my dad said was you put your dick in somebody, it's gonna fall out. That's all he said.
And here goes the thing, and this is the thing black parents need to do. My parents didn't tell me nothing either. They really didn't tell me much of anything. They basically said the same thing. Don't bring no babies around here. That's basically what they told me.
I think that's what I got.
Don't bring no babies around here. I didn't.
Once you start fucking, you grown, and I'm not paying no other grown ass person's bills. Facts. That's it. Once you start fucking, you grown. All that shit is over. You going to work. Your ass is going. Are you getting a job?
Yeah, that shit.
And I'm talking about the woman pregnant. You getting a job?
So that's an interesting question. Are you going to let them graduate?
No, they graduating because they gotta be able to do something in their life.
Yeah,
they're gonna graduate. I'm not gonna kick them out of school.
The education.
We don't went this far. You're gonna need your education because you're gonna be working.
You gonna kick them out?
I ain't gonna kick them out of nowhere, but I'm gonna give them a time. You gonna have a time limit. The clock starts now. I'm gonna give your ass.
Got one of them giant sand clocks. One of them giant.
Yeah. You got about a good. You got about a good year or two. You got about 2 years to get your shit together.
Once that baby start talking, you out of here.
And I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna tell you 100%. This is a fact. You get pregnant again, you out. You on your own. You gotta figure it out. So you got one baby. You got 2 years. You get pregnant anytime in them 2 years. All that's on you. You out the house because you ain't focusing on you. You out here fucking. You out here being irresponsible. So guess what? That's 2 strikes for me. I'm sorry. And they mama might be mad, all that, but you can't stay here. I ain't gonna let you just keep coming and bringing baby after baby in my house. Because what's happening is me giving you that pass the first time you didn't learn. Like I give you an example. When my cousin was 14 years old, she got pregnant. My aunt, she got an abortion. Okay. Guess what? By 15, she was pregnant again. Guess what my aunt said? You gonna have this baby.
She put a cap on it.
Because your ass ain't learned the first time.
Like I said, she put a cap on it.
It's a wrap.
What I was talking about earlier.
You done with that shit because since you didn't, I gave you an opportunity to learn from your mistake and you didn't want to take it. So now you want to be grown, you're going to be grown now. And she had that baby at 15 years old. Well, I guess it would be like damn near 16 at that point.
She had to learn a lesson. It's unfortunate, but
yeah. Now she got 3 kids. She doing well for herself. She working. But she had to.
The closest I've had to children, other than my nieces, I worked for this summer camp years ago, and there was some little girls in there. And every now and again, I see one, and they have all these kids. It is a little bit heartbreaking, seeing them like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I'm not their father. I'm just, somebody mentored them for a few summers, and that was it.
And you see them how they living their life. They got all these kids.
It hurts.
And you just like, wow. And most of the time, if you probably look at their parents, they probably had a whole bunch of kids. But at some point, you gotta make people be responsible. We live in America where we don't put a lot of responsibility on people when we let them make mistake after mistake after mistake and and there's no repercussion for it. And I'm saying, fuck that. Your ass gonna have to. You made your bed. Now you gotta lay in it.
I don't know. I probably wouldn't be as harsh with my kids.
And that's to each his own. So when your kid got 6 kids and 4 baby daddies, then you just be like, hey, it is what it is. I was cool with it. And I'm not saying me being harsh couldn't cause that same effect. Maybe it could. Maybe it could have a bad effect on her. But at the end of the day, you're gonna be responsible for them. I'm not. I'll be grandpa when I want to be grandpa, but your ass gonna take care of them. I'm gonna make sure you take care of them.
I don't feel like you be that harsh, man. I know you be harsh.
That's not being harsh though. That's just being. I'm holding you accountable. This is where we at in the world where that sounds harsh. Holding people accountable for their actions sounds harsh nowadays.
I think he means if you have a daughter, right? Is that what you're talking about? If he has a daughter.
I know you probably be that harsh on the boy.
My dad, I'll be real with you. My dad was a hard man on us boys. But my sister,
did any of your sisters have
folded?
Did any of your sisters have kids as teenagers?
No.
Do you think so? So the way he carried himself, they did the responsible thing. Now, whether once you become an adult, you can have many kids with many people you want. But as a teenager,
well,
still my responsibility.
I will say my mother did
put the fear of God.
Put the fear of God in my sister. So, maybe that's where the partnership came in.
Well, they like, I ain't raising no kids. That's not mine.
No, they basically they didn't really give us, like you said, the sex talk like that. But my mother was not going for it. Said, "Let me bring no kids around here. They're gonna be yours, and that's just gonna be what it is."
Yeah, and I'm just gonna tell you what you're gonna miss out on. Because I'll tell you, you get pregnant, you're not going to prom, you're not doing this. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not going to buy no damn dress for your ass, some exercise dress, so you can go up there and look stupid. Because that's how I think you're gonna look, in my mind. And my kids ain't about to look stupid up there. To me, I remember this girl. She had a purple dress on. Was purple and black, big ass belly, and of course ain't nobody. The dude wasn't around when she was taking prom pictures, and I was just looking at her like, I wouldn't even came to prom looking like that. But she came, and I give her power to do it. But I bet you
that's tough.
I don't know. I just thought that shit was weird to me. But we normalize it so much. All of us see it so often. We just like, And I just remember, like I said, I remember that my cousin She pregnant. Oh, she got rid of it. Okay, cool. She get to try over again. Oh, she next year she pregnant again. And I said, what they gonna? I said, she's gonna get another abortion. Nah, she.
They just talked about it like it was whatever.
Your aunt said she keeping this one. Well, the thing is, when you a kid, you really don't get no say. See, that's what I mean. When you a kid, and you get pregnant, your parents technically determine, I guess, if you gonna have that kid or not. You don't get to say it unless you go and do some sneaky stuff and try to go to abortion clinic on your own, which I don't even know if that's legal.
I don't think that's legal.
I don't think a kid can have an abortion by themselves without parents' approval.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? You think that's fair?
Well, if we're gonna say that a person has their own right to do whatever the fuck they want with their body, yeah.
But see, that's the thing. They don't have their own right to do what they want with their own body. If they're a kid, you're not even supposed to be getting tattoos without a parent's approval. You can't be married. You can't
Yes, you can.
piercings. You can't get none of those things without kids.
You can't get married as a kid.
You cannot get married as a kid and with
in Missouri, yes, you can. They just passed that shit.
What age?
Well, I think it was like, I don't know, it was young.
Where is this?
She said Missouri.
I think Michigan too. The marriage age.
They had a whole controversy about marrying a kid, but yeah,
I mean, these things happen. Like you
I'm
said,
gonna say, what's the youngest?
You're not supposed to
age?
get a tattoo when you're young. I got mine young. So
yeah, but did your parents approve of it?
No.
How old were you?
I was 16.
Okay.
15, 16.
Well, we all know where you from. So y'all don't follow rules.
That's messed up.
All right. It says United States, the marriage age is set by each state territory, either by the common law or by individual statutes. Okay. Minimal marriage age is set to prevent child marriages. It says can marry without parental consent at the age of 18 in all states except Nebraska, which is 19.
Really?
Yes.
Look at you, Nebraska.
So it says, I can hit this up right here. Let's see. So Mississippi, with parental consent, without parental consent, you can be 15 years old.
Okay, why am I not surprised at that?
That's the lowest place in
Mississippi.
Is Mississippi.
It's Mississippi. Y'all do southern states. Boy,
You said Missouri. Let me see. Let me go to Missouri. Missouri's 18.
I know they had a
that's
case.
Michigan. That's Michigan.
I know they had a case before. It might have got.
California is 18.
That sounds like California.
Oh wait a minute, I got one. Okay, Missouri is 15 with parental consent. Mississippi though is 15 without parental consent. That's the only state in America.
Boy, you talk about.
So once again, Alabama is 16 with parental consent.
That's surprising.
Like I said, southern
Texas
states.
is 16 with parental consent.
That's not surprising.
All the outside, like
Louisiana.
Louisiana is actually, let's see, Louisiana, actually it's 18, both sides, with or without. It's 18. You cannot get married unless you're 18.
Look at you, Louisiana.
Look at that.
Florida, Georgia, all them is 18 without, 16 with. New York is New York State. You can be 16 with parental consent.
Now that's surprising.
That's some weird. I don't know. I guess New York.
So if you so all kids,
New York.
if you want to be married, go to Mississippi. You got to be 15. They'll let your ass get married.
That's insane.
Let's see.
That is Mississippi, though. You know what you gonna do?
Sadly, a lot of women are about to go to these illegal back alley underground abortion clinics and endanger themselves. Well, you know what? I hate to say this, but damn it, if they doing all this, don't they think the choices they making are probably need to be and somebody need to stop them. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta go, this is what I'm saying, ladies. If you gotta go to a back alley, underground, cave, abortion clinic to get rid of a child, the choices you made in life that got you there, maybe you need to not have children, and you just need to be sterilized. There we go. That's it. But see, nobody wants to put a permanent solution on shit. I'm giving real solutions out here, but we don't want to do that. See, you think somebody who dumb and do dumb shit just eventually stop doing dumb shit and most of the time they don't. Most people who are dumb and do dumb shit grow up and they continue to do dumb shit because they don't learn from what mistakes they already undid in their life. That's really the real, and we don't want to put that out there. We don't want to acknowledge that.
I don't know. It's just a slippery
Stop
slope.
the dumb people and sterilize their ass. I'm like, look. Here come the man in black. You know what I'm saying? I need to get me one of those. Just a fake one. All right. Well, we've been on long enough. That guy, I appreciate you coming on the show.
I have successfully just veered this conversation off to.
No, we pretty much got what we wanted to say before you got on. That's why I held off from putting you on there, because I know you gonna veer some shit off. Anything else you want to say before we get you off here?
Let me know.
Need y'all to like, comment, share, and subscribe this podcast, and bother them to keep me back on, because I will absolutely just wherever you disagree with, I disagree with, and I will disagree on live.
Get off my show. Oh my God, that dude. I appreciate you, man.
You're a whole mess.
Hey, like he said, man, that guy, he never wrong. Go ahead and hit that like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend, hit the notification bell, because you know we hit it up every Monday, Friday, 4:30 Eastern time. And if you want to support the channel, you know what it is. Hit that Cash App, man. Social Norm Podcast. Hit us with the one time. All proceeds, go to the show, and we appreciate y'all to keep the lights on. And thank you, Shonda. Thank you, that guy, for Shay. Thanks everybody for joining in onto the show. Jimmy, anybody who's listening, we appreciate y'all. And it's Friday, man. I want y'all to go ahead and go do something for yourselves. Enjoy the weekend. We actually about to go back to work.
Yeah.
And put some more grind in. I don't even know why I did that. I'm tired now.
I'm tired too. That's all why I agree to this, man. I was out the door too.
Let me say download my app. All right. Link in the bio. All right, y'all. We out this beast. Hey, I'm your boy Canteen. This my man Beans.
Y'all have a good weekend.
Hey, it's a social norm, and shit, I ain't got nothing else to say. Peace.
Daddy.